Hello, welcome to the BPL Season 8 PRs for all four divisions. Uh, Today I am joined by Burning. Say hello, Burning.
Hello, Burning.
Okay, and JK.
So,
Okay, and I am your great host, Juke in the Box. And we're gonna start with Mind Blown division. So I have it pulled up right here on screen. Do you want to just like go in the order of 1 to 16, or do you have like a specific order you guys want to go into? I assume you just want to go like 1 through 16 draft pick, right?
This is my first time looking at these teams, so
Yeah, I've
I
only looked at a couple. I haven't looked
gut
at Mind Blown
gut
at all.
reaction,
Yeah,
just
okay.
straight gut reactions here.
Okay, let me. That's okay. We have a Pult, Melmetal, Tapu Lele, Blissey, Drapion, Rhyperior, Mega Blastoise, Hawlucha, Torkoal, Thwackey, and Mischievous team. All of in slots. This is the first pick. Pult overall first makes sense. Melmetal is pretty.
Mhm.
I like the first three. I think Lele's probably overpriced at 16, but I don't think it's bad to take it. Right.
I'm not a huge fan of Lele.
I'm not in general, but I think it works for the. Yeah. Hmm. I think it pairs okay
I
with
don't
the
know.
team. I
It
like
just
it.
feels
Let me
weird.
see.
I don't
Well,
want to say it's
yeah. Let me look what.
bad. It's just
Yeah.
why is Oracle here? Is the
Yeah.
question.
yeah. Why is Torkoal
Torkoal being
here?
here is strange. I do want to see what was like. Was there anything egregious taken after this Lele that like should not have been on the board? Um,
Infernape,
Right.
there was a crook that was on the board. Uh,
Ninja,
yeah,
Necro,
yeah. There was Necro. There was
Weavile.
Skarm, Zarude, Exca. It's not like it. Yeah, like there was Scizor and Pharaoh on the board. But if you have Melmetal, you don't need either of those things really. Um,
Right.
so I don't know.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
not awful. It's
Yeah.
just kind of weird. Um.
If it was best man on board, I don't hate it type thing.
No. Exactly. Personally, I'm not. I don't know. It feels weird having Mega Blastoise with Lele because
Yeah.
typically you'd want it with like a Coco or a Rilla,
Yeah. I
and you
get.
have
Yeah.
Thwackey. Thwacky's not coming to every game.
Hey, he might come to more than you
It,
think though. But yeah, I agree. I
I'm
agree.
maybe, but
You will be
um.
competing with Lele for the train that's up too.
Right.
It's nice for
Lucha.
Lucha.
Yeah, but I personally I think Lucha's just
Oh,
really overrated.
I agree. I think Lucha
yeah, I don't like
it
this
is too
either.
weak. It needs to have SD up to basically kill things, which is hard for it to do.
hmm
You need good
Um,
positioning.
overall, like having Melmetal Blissey, but not many fighting week, or not. It's not fighting week.
Yeah.
It's not particularly ground week.
Torkoal will eat good, like most good physical hits for you too.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could see ground, like strong ground types being a
Yeah,
problem here.
yeah,
Yeah,
like that
Ground
Mega
Ball would
Chomp
be
that's on the
bad.
next team, which we'll get to in a second. The
Yeah.
Rhyperior would have been a thing I would have been afraid of, but it's on the team, so that's fine.
hmm
Rhyperior would click versus a lot of this team pretty hard.
And
Yeah.
your checks to ground types are Hawlucha, Thwackey, and Mischievous. That's not ideal.
Yeah,
Not at all.
yeah. Blastoise like
Um.
anything like what's like is it like what's like a ground type that's like significantly like an Excadrill you might struggle with on this team.
Lando I.
Lando I, yeah, Lando I. Whoever has a Lando I, Lando T too.
Orlando T.
Like
Yeah.
big Banderisk would just fuck this team up.
hmm
Actually, there's no Banderisk switch-ins. Wait, yeah, this team's annihilated by Banderisk. Wait,
Yeah.
ugh,
Check is Thwackey.
yeah.
So, like,
Nidoking like exists, which 6-0 is every team, so I'm not gonna like that's I can't tap
Pretty
points
much.
for that
Yeah.
too much. Um, yeah, I think it's probably gonna end up on the lower end of teams, but I can see how like a team
What's
could.
this?
I think it's fine. It's like it
Wait,
has good mons.
does this team go from Pult to Lucha to Lele?
Yeah, it does. I'm
yeah,
not seeing anything
Ooh,
between
that
those.
is not very good
What's Lucha?
speed.
119? What is it?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
it's. I'll look it up. Hold on, let me see. Smogon Halucha. Let's see. 118. So I was close.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a pretty big gap. That's going to
Although
be super
admittedly,
abusable.
there's not many things in the 125, 120 range that you can get.
True, but at the same time, Who creeps for Halucha?
Okay, you know what?
Yeah, you
Fair.
are
The
keeping
gap, the
Lucha.
Lucha gap is not even there. You're gonna take Lucha out. Like, no one ever tries to speed creep with Lucha because it's gonna unburden you.
No, exactly. So it goes basically from Holt
To
to
Lele.
Lele Mistrivas. That's not good. And
Well,
Drapion.
yeah.
Lele Mistrivas and Drapion are all 95.
Okay, well,
I'm pretty sure
we
Mistrivas is
got the
95. It could be
95
85.
speed tier filled out, I suppose.
Yeah,
But
that is some rough speed, especially with Polt. Like Polt is good as like I mean obviously it's Polt. Like the
yeah,
top end there is really good, but not having anything else below it, that just means you can run like some. It makes like running Scarfers super easily,
hmm
super easy, especially when like you look at those 95s. Mischievous has to be Eviolite.
hmm
Drapion can be Scarf, but it's not like ideal. Lele's okay Scarf. It just doesn't really hit as hard.
yeah. It kind of wants to be
Um,
specs in a lot of matchups to do
it
its
really
damage.
wants to be Specs or Life Orb or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it wants damage boost.
Um. mhm. I don't
Have you
know.
ever
It's not a bad team. It just kind of feels like it's
Yeah,
there.
I mean, like,
That's kind of my
Lele to
overall
me will
thought.
probably have like a couple games a season where CM set just kind of wins. Like
Yeah, for
Lele
sure.
tends to have this, so like,
Mhm.
I think this it's not like this is a team that I expect to go like okay, because I don't think the team will matter that much in the end for how with the pieces it has. I think it has strong pieces to where like even if the cohesion isn't there, I feel like teams will still sort of struggle to break through it or not get broken by it, right, on their
Yeah,
own. But I don't think it makes it a good team.
right. No, I mean, this isn't going to be like a team someone's going to go. Wolsey's not going to go do poorly with this,
No.
but I just don't really see it making a huge run.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no synergy for it to make a huge run.
Exactly.
And so I guess moving on to the team that I mean, having not looked at the rest of the teams, this immediately looks to me as a top contender team. This looks like a really really good team. The next one, the Mini Man.
I would agree, except there's a Florges
Well,
Except there's
there is a Fortress. I am noticing that now,
and an
but
Alolan Persian.
I like a Alolan Persian. I think that's fine.
I don't hate Alolan Persian, admittedly.
Florges will exist, I guess. You know,
Hey,
for his sake,
hold
I'm gonna
on.
pretend it's not here. So.
How is there a round 5?
That's what I was gonna get to. So remember how we said earlier that was like, oh, I didn't see anything egregious on the board. Like, you know, it looks like the round 4s were all pretty okay. When I was prepping to move on to this one, I saw round 5 Slowbro. So, yeah, that's a thing.
This team unironically loses to any strong ghost type, though, I'll admit.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Alolan Persian's the only switch in, which is like good for like a Spectrier. Not great for a ghost type that gets Focus Blast.
Even Spectre with like specs is gonna chip.
Yeah, we'll chip it down. Yeah, this team struggles, I think, offensively quite a bit. Like not in doing damage, like being. I guess I should say the other way. It struggles defensively to check off big offensive threats, but I think its own offense makes up for that in a lot of ways. I mean, like Slowbro even as a mon will hit hard. Right, it might not be considered like an offensive mon, but Slowbro can just run AV with like 4 attacks and kill things. It has a great move pool offensively, like water, fire, ice, psychic. Torrently obviously can be utility in every matchup, and sometimes can be run specs and just murder an entire team. Right, Megachomp hits like a monster. He's gonna claim in a lot of matchups too. Metagross is a solid mon. It has good defense, so I think Metagross works well with this team, honestly. There's not
like the team synergizes well within each other. I think.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Need a Lego breaking any bulky fairy that wants to, I guess, hinder Infernape and Mega Garchomp.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mega Garchomp taking out any, I guess, the grounds for Nihi. This team could struggle with bulky waters.
Yeah. You're relying on Shaman, which won't be like the water poison ones or like anything like that to resist grass.
And then you really want to bring Shaman a lot anyway, is the question.
Yeah, Shaman, especially with how top heavy I think a lot of this team is. Like there's the first 5 mons are all really really good mons, right? It's you're trying to slot Shaman in every week, and it's like okay, so then like either Nihi or Infernape or Megachomp are gonna have to slot Rock because I'm not bringing a Metagross, right? It's like like a Alolan Persian might want to be there for like a defensive bulky pivot or parting shot to kind of get things in. So then like how do I get like Shaman in there? Floridas shouldn't be coming, so I'm not going to even contend with that idea. Buffalant might come once, but I think like the first 7 especially, and like pick 9 Shaman. So like those 8 are probably your main contenders for every matchup. And I think they have. Yeah.
Comfey, if Comfey wasn't taken, the team would benefit from a Comfey.
Where was Comfey taken? I'm looking. Let me see. Comfey was available. Unless this was a transaction. I don't feel like checking that, but
like this team gets momentum, I guess, sucked out by having Florges there, and you would, I guess, benefit from Comfey just being able to get in, pivot around, guess come in on that one specific dragon move that you know is coming, and then just pick it right out.
Yeah.
You don't need the wish passing either, I guess. You're only wishing up Metagross, maybe?
None of these people are giving you turns to wish most of the time anyways. I don't feel like many of the players in top tier will let you just wish around them. They should have something that just breaks Florges and will break Florges, and every time you try to wish, it comes in and tries to break Florges, and you know how much that you can do. Hence the problem with Florges. But yeah, I mean, I think luckily this team isn't like reliant on Florges for anything. Like when this Florges was picked, it wasn't fixing a bunch of holes in the team. I think it is the hole in the team, right? So like the good news of that is that the rest of the team isn't so hindered by its existence.
This is still a really good team.
Yeah, it's still a great team. You want to move on to the next one? Do you have more you want to talk about?
We can move on to the next one.
Okay. So this is Rise team. So Coco, Medi, Gengar, Exca, Noivern, Titar, Blastoise, Weezing, Quilladin, Mawile, Chansey. Welcome back, Burning.
Hello.
We just moved on.
Sorry, I had to go for a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
we just started on Rise team, third team.
Yeah. No, I was listening.
Okay. Why don't you start us off, Burning, because you just got back.
This team is just extremely offensive.
Yep.
The Pokemon, the Pokemons don't really feel super bulky. Like, sure, there's a Blastoise and a Weezing. Neither, from my experience, are super reliable defensive options because they just get chipped down super easily. And, I mean, sure, there's a Chansey. Chansey is just super exploitable.
Yeah, Chansey will stop like most special attackers, but like this team doesn't have a lot of great way. It's relying on Weezing for checking fit stuff.
And Blastoise, but Blastoise chipped down easily. Same with Weezing. So, I don't know. It just feels like a team that wants to break with Coco, Medi, Gengar, and then clean with Sand at the end.
Yeah.
But what can check that to begin with? I feel like this team is such quintessential offense.
Yeah, like you're thinking of like usually the things that will stop like actual sweeps or like a mon that's a really bulky fat mon, right? That like the actual doesn't hit super effectively, but Coco Medi hit most of those ones that would exist.
Exactly.
And just kill them.
Coco at 3 is an overpay.
I think, although admittedly I'm looking at, not to spoil anything too much, but the next 2 picks are also not things I would say are top 5 picks, but, you know.
True.
No.
Actually,
really?
there are a lot of 17-point mons picked at weird spots in the draft, I'm looking.
You could grab,
let's not look too far ahead.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah. Like, you could grab Urshifu and build offense around that much easier than, I guess. I mean, Coco Mega Medi's always been a great core. But you're passing up a major opportunity to get Megadia, something like that.
I do think it is in this case. I think it worked for this team because it gave like that extra point in places like I don't know, the fact that Medi came back. If Medi doesn't come back here, that's a problem, right? I feel like for this team, because like what other megas were on the board at that point? Probably like Mega Chomp would be like your next option, which is like not terrible. I'm a big Mega Chomp supporter. But it's not Mega Medi.
No.
Well, on Sand, actually, on the Sand team, it could have worked here, to be honest. But.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
That is egregious.
Yeah. But I think the team, even though it was a third pick, Tapu Koko, which I would never pick third, I think it ends up working for the team anyways. So.
It's definitely an interesting team.
Yeah. I like Weezing.
It's not
here. How do you feel Weezing?
I don't really like wheezing.
You don't like wheezing? You're not a wheezing fan?
I don't. Not really.
I like
What's
most
up?
of these mons. I feel like for 6 points, it's fine. I think it's like a good
Oh, yeah,
SF
for
mon
sure.
for 6 points. It can actually hit things. It has
Oh,
a
yeah.
pretty decent move pool.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's... I could see it either overachieving what I'm expecting it, but I could also see it kind of underachieving what I'm expecting. And I'm not really. I'm kind of expecting a mid-team.
Mm-hmm. Because what? You're expecting
'Cause
every
it's-
week, right? Like, I feel like you're saying, what I'm thinking now is, like, how is it slotting onto this roster most weeks?
It's right. It kind of has to be like top 6, swap out Gengar and
Yeah,
Noivern
and then,
for
like,
both.
it didn't chance you're struggling to fit on the offense team because, what did you know? It's an
Right.
offense team, right? Like, I guess that's how that cookie tends to crumble. You can bring like Mobile Break or Extra on the matchups like as a Rotom, and you don't really need T-Tar, say you know,
Right.
and that's fine. But most of the time, Extra wants to be cleaning with T-Tar, right?
Yeah, because this team really doesn't have any other great ways to clean. Like, I mean, I guess there's Coco,
Coco
but...
can clean, but Coco can do basically everything, so that's not like an amazing
Right.
point, right?
Right.
Medi's the premier breaker of the team. Gengar supports that.
Coco really wants to be just the annoying pivot mon because it's really it and Noivern are like your utility here.
Yeah, they get Medi in to break for you, and then
exactly.
so you can get the cleaning done.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think,
Most,
JK?
so your best bet is Blast. Your best bet to check anything is Blastoise, and I feel like if this team gets overwhelmed offensively, there's no coming back from it.
Yeah, this team will strike if this offense is matched or in any way or outdone by the opposing offense, like you're saying, you don't have much way to get around that, you know. I mean, like you have some bulk. You have like T-Tar is bulky. T-Tar can definitely be bulky in matchups and be annoying for some things, right? A lot of things that like a lot of Chople Berry mons, like that Infernape that we just talked about, it can run Chople Berry and just murder it. But you're you don't have a lot of options like to defensively check things, and you're going to be running weird sets to probably do it a lot of the time. So you are relying on the offense to win out in a lot of things, which is fine. But that's like JK said, to get out offense, you're kind of done.
But I'm just not a drill fan in general.
Yeah, I'm not a big drill believer. I think it's fine.
I'm not either, honestly.
I would probably get. I mean, it was fine here as a 4th round pick. I feel like, especially if you're gonna get Sand, I think it's fine. I'm not a big extra outside of Sand, but like I think it works for the team.
More drill Lith than drill Tar is what I feel like.
Yeah.
Tar overlapping with drill is kind of too high of a price for me.
I would have rather just had the T-Tar. I love T-Tar, honestly, but maybe yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not too big of an extra drill fan. I still think this team is pretty good though. I think it's another good, like, pretty, like the last one, pretty strong offense. Don't get out offense, GG, shake my hand type thing. So, I guess on to the next one. This is a weird one to me. I'll read the Pokemon real quick, and then I have something I want to say, and then I'm going to pass off the rest of you for a little bit. But, so it's Lando T, Mega Guard, Cinderace, Zarude, Buzzwole, Vaporeon, Magnezone, Dragalge, Greedent, Terrakion, Ice-Q. Why do you have a Greedent and an Ice-Q and still a point left over? what was the necessity of those mons to still have 1 point left when you could have like 1 3-point mon? Anyways, passing on to you guys.
The first thing I noticed when I looked at this was Flying Resist Magnezone.
That's bad. That's very bad.
Magnezone is... I'm somebody who thinks Magnezone is better than a lot of what people think.
I agree.
That doesn't mean it's particularly good, though.
Yeah.
Especially not as your only flying resist. When
with a Buzzwole.
Basically every flying type gets some sort of like either like a lot of them get Heat Wave.
Yeah. Staraptor
or some Braviary. Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
What is Terrakion doing?
I was gonna get Terrakion in a second, but you guys
yeah, it has so many physical breakers and one special breaker.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, sure, there's a Dragalge.
Can break, but
yeah,
Dragalge is just kind of bad.
Magnezone
It's
can
too
break.
slow.
That is true, but I also feel like
Magnezone
its best set
can't,
is like
but
Iron Defense Body Press in a lot of matchups, so it's a bit weird.
it also is kind of forced to be the flying check on this team. Like, face a Torn T. What does this team do against Torn T?
Pray. Pray it doesn't hit.
Yeah. Torn T legitimately just like 6-0s this team.
This is like a Specs Torn game. This is a Specs Torn game.
Yeah,
you have no switches
legitimately.
on your entire team.
Or you run Taunt to help with Vape.
Yeah.
You take out, I guess, Mega Guard and give it a Lele, and then make Magnezone Mega Aggron and just get rid of Greed and Ice Cube. This team is like 10 times better.
Yeah.
And maybe, I guess, swap out Terrakion to find an Electric, because Terrakion has no business being here.
Yeah, Terrakion's roles are just completely outdone. Its speed tier isn't really even needed because there's this Rude.
I'm gonna look at draft real quick. I want to see what was on the
I don't
board.
know. It just feels like it could be a lot better.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
no
looking at the board.
with steals either. You're trapping steals of Magnezone. You're killing them with Cinderace and Lando T. Buzzwole deals with steals too.
The speed and offense this team brings is good. It's just, it feels like there's so many picks that just overlap with each other and just exemplify the weaknesses.
Yeah, Terrakion feels like it was like, oh, it's around 10 and the Terrakion's still on the board and I have the points, I'll just take it. And it's like,
right.
Yeah, but you already
Which
have what that Terrakion
sometimes
does, kinda.
works.
Mm-hmm.
You have a Buzzwole.
You have a Buzzwole and
you don't
a
even need the fighting type.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't have anything Terrak needs to provide here.
Yeah, Terrakion feels like empty space. Although there's not the only other like actually there was a Gyapdos. Gyapdos is just better than Terrakion, and it's in the same point tier.
But also, what do you need the Gyapdos for either?
Yeah, you don't need Gyapdos, but it's better. It's better than this thing. I don't like Terrakion.
I say pick up.
See,
pick up G-Darm. I don't even know. Just pick up G-Darm.
I actually like Terrakion. Actually, G-Darm would have been kind of hype here.
I would have liked G-Darm.
Still here. Go pick up G-Darm.
Get him.
No, I'm someone who likes Terrak, but Terrak is just not it here.
Yeah, you're gonna hear some more Terrakion hate from me later on. I don't have a lot of good things to say about that guy. But I do want to point out the Greedent and Ice Cube still again.
Also, that's a round 9 Greedent.
Yeah.
Put some respect on his name.
I love the idea that you needed to take round 9 Greedent. Like, he was so important to the team, and you needed to secure him before someone else would take him. Because everyone else was definitely looking at 1 point
His
Greedent.
name is Greedent the God, so...
Okay, actually, you know what? I'm now realizing that. Good point.
What's more important, Greedent or me, and Shao? You decide.
Obviously, Greedent.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess moving on. Zero. Yeah. You read the team out.
Just final thoughts. This team's only fairy resist is Magnezone.
Magnezone
I never realized that.
Magnezone has a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
Vaporeon the Magnezone Wish is gonna have to keep the whole team alive, because if you don't, you're switching in Cinderace to fairy types.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Cinderace should never be a defensive check.
Never.
Cinderace is a defensive check. It's gonna take like 40, just like 30 to 40 from a move it resists. It's not a defensive check. It's at best a switch in to get offensive pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is
Alright, I think we're good there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Rage.
Who wants to read this out?
I can read this off. We got Zeraora, Slowking, Charizard X, Skarm, Keldeo, Tangrowth, Nidoking, Type Null, Comfey, and Spiritomb. I guess first thoughts, I looked in the transactions. Rage traded Slowking for Slow... Well, someone here traded Slowking for Slowbro, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Let me look at that too.
And then it got dropped.
Right off the bat, I really like this team.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I like this team.
This is it has great utility. It has solid bulk. I've used King Growth a ton of times.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really reliable.
It's great phys def.
Especially when you pair with Skarm. Type Null can get in there. Spiritomb. Comfey's fantastic utility, and then you have your offense, which just Zera, Zard, Keldeo, Nidoking. Yeah. Do you need anything else? That's just disgusting.
Yeah.
If I had to pick out a weakness of this team, it's like you have Zera, Keldeo, and then Zard. Like it just feels a little slow.
Hazard removal's a problem.
Yeah, there's not
you have Skarm,
but
you have
things that can reliably run it. Like it's not a huge deal, and I don't think this team
can reliably run it, but
Null doesn't get defogged, does it?
Does it
not
get
default?
Okay, I know Silvally does. I did not remember if Null
just like
did.
more removal for Charizard.
Yeah.
Right, but at the same time, with how much there's a ton of hazard options here.
Yeah,
okay, I guess maybe not a ton. I guess you just have Skarm.
No, Nido can run T-Spikes. Honestly,
but you have Skarm. Like people are going to be bringing like defog and stuff. So
Zard also isn't a mon that switches in a lot of times throughout the game. Honestly.
No, it's not. It's kind of you get it in.
As long as you can get it and mega it before, probably if the rocks are up, you're probably fine.
You can break. You can break with it, but it's mostly just going to be queening here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, this
and Zera's fantastic with that offense. I really do like Zera here. A lot of ground types are not going to want to have fun with the Keldeo running around.
I think this is also a really smart round 2 Slowking, because I think a lot of people would say round 2 Slowking is too early, but it's what allowed the rest of the team to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just being able to get those teleports into like a Zard or a Zera or a Nidoking. Because like what's going to be what wants to check a Slowking?
Right, it's going
to be one grass types,
electric types,
other water types, and electric types.
Maybe some ghost.
You have a Zera and a Nidoking.
Dark types.
Yeah.
Too. Like, but there's not many great special attacking darks. So like, it's like Gren.
No.
It's like
so
Ninja basically.
And then Keldeo. Like,
yeah.
Slowking just can get in whatever offense you need for the situation.
Yeah, and Slowking's never done
just no, basically never. So the team like. Only thing it could have some problem with is opposing setup.
Kyurem is kind of annoying for this team too. It doesn't have a lot of great Kyurem.
Oh yeah, this team gets like, well, I mean, I guess there's type null, but that's not a Kyurem check.
Yeah.
Comfey can do okay from my experience. It's not like amazing, but it's fine. Zera offensively checks Kyurem, Keldeo offensively checks it, Zard offensively checks it.
It definitely feels like you have to play a bit sack heavy versus a Kyurem, but I think it can definitely.
Yeah.
You can still win. You have mons that can beat it. You struggle a bit though.
It's just one matchup. It's not like an ice weakness as a whole.
Yeah, I think Chomp is also a bit annoying for this team. I think Chomp kind of shits on a lot of things here too. Chomp could be at Scarf or Scale Shot at Scarf to beat Zera. It will beat Zardax, Nidoking. Like there's not many great. The ground switching is Tangrowth, and if you can eliminate Tangrowth, it's like it and Skarm, right?
Yeah.
Because if this team is bringing its 3 main defensive pieces to every game, it's not having as much offense as I think it needs, right? So if you're bringing Slowking, Skarmory, Tangrowth every game, then you're basically probably bringing Nido and or Keldeo / Zardax / Zeraora, right? And I'm feeling like if you have that much defensive pieces, especially a mon like Skarm, which kind of just sits there and doesn't really exude much pressure, you might be giving up a lot of space for them to get going.
I don't think Tangrowth's getting brought every game, though.
Yeah. I actually do like Spiritomb, by the way, here. I wanted to say that. I think Spiritomb's a good 4-pointer.
Spiritomb's, for 4-point Spiritomb is some solid value there. And it provides some good stuff for the team.
It's probably one of the best ghost checks in the game, so that's good for this team.
Is that it, though? I feel like that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else to say.
I don't either. I think it's a pretty good team. Kron's team. So Kron reigning the most chips of anyone in BPL. Reigning champ.
I don't think that's true.
He has 4 chips.
I thought. Oh, does he? Oh,
he has 2 off seasons and 2 main seasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's the chip god in here. Urshifu Single Strike, Jirachi, Aromatisse, Roserade, Lickilicky, Blacephalon, Mega Arrow, Vikavolt, Flygon, Starmie. How did a round 3 Aromatisse happen here? I need some.
That was FA.
Yeah, I'm definitely about to go check that right now.
This team looked, because this was one of the teams I did know about. He was DMing me for some draft advice. This team looked wildly different before.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at this. Wow, yeah, that's That's some crazy changes. Oh, and he also had a Togekiss with this. Wow, he's a terrible person. He had the Togekiss Jirachi card, classic. Before he made the trades. Okay, I see. This was a very different team. That also explains the round, 7 Nidoking I was wondering about before. That was also a transaction. That was traded for Roserade. So that makes more sense.
Gotcha.
Okay, so pick order doesn't really matter here then. This is a heavily transacted team. Okay, so thoughts?
It's something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll start. Urshifu's broken in every fucking matchup, basically. It's a stupidly strong Mon that has, if it's banded, has no switch-ins. They don't know if you're banded or Scarf, so they're assuming they don't have a switch-in, something is dying here, or taking like 40 minimum, right? It's the best switch-ins take 40. Like from Bandit or Shifu. Scarf will outspeed most of the things that are meant to answer it and can bop them. Stupid Mon. Jirachi, cool Mon to pair with it. I think it works fine. And I like Mega Arrow and Blacephalon as like an offensive core for this team too. You guys have anything else you want to add before we continue with talk about other parts of the team?
No.
Not really.
Okay.
I was just with you.
Yeah, I mean, this team has, good switch-ins, I think. Like Wiki Aromatisse. I actually don't hate Aromatisse like a lot of people do. I think Aromatisse is fine. I think if you're trying to run it Wish, it can't wish for other things. It can wish for itself. You're not going to be able to wish, and wish pass around with an Aromatisse. That's fine, because I don't think you need to. I think wish passing around is overrated. It's just healing for them on, right? And I think Aromatisse can be a nice dragon check, a nice fighting check. Especially because a lot of fighting types you can't really answer with psychic types because knockoff exists. This is a great fighting answer around, and this team does like having a good answer to fightings defensively. So I think that's fine. Vikavolt I like. Starmie I kind of like. I like a lot of mods on here. Yeah.
Getting webs for Urshi and Blasef is really good.
Yeah.
This team does not have great removal for the Marrow and Blasef. Both really do like having removal.
Yeah, but
there's pretty good
from your opponent, right?
There's good hazard options, good enough at least. So that'll be fine.
Yeah. And Starmie being a rapid spinner is fine. It's a pretty good it's a good remover.
Yeah. Pretty good spinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And spin I think is a lot better than Defog, so I think that's fine. I don't have a lot else to say to this. I'm just gonna this is a team I'm just gonna trust in Kron to do well with.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I guess on to Zangoose, who I'm not familiar with at all. But
me neither.
Mega Gallade, Celesteela, Gren, Rotom-Mow, Volcarona, Gudra, Gligar, G-Weezing, Lycanroc, Midnight, Jellicent, Chichino. Interesting team.
I would say my first analyzation would be too many mid-tier mons like Rotom-Mow, Gudra, Gligar, Jellicent. Could you condense those roles at all?
Yeah, I do like Gligar and Gudra a lot. I actually like all the mid-tiers, the weird thing, but I don't know if you needed all of them.
I really liked the first 3 picks.
Yeah.
Round 4 Romo feels really early.
I agree. And I like Romo quite a bit. I'm one of the few believers out there, but it doesn't pair poorly with this team though. I think it pairs.
No, it certainly doesn't. But I don't know. It's gonna have to be a team that I see how he builds with it
and what his intention is with all the pieces to work.
Right, because it kind of on paper it feels really weird and hard to really place at all.
I do like Gligar, by the way. I don't know. A lot of people don't talk about Gligar. I think people kind of forgot about Gligar a little bit. I actually really like Gligar. I think it's really
I don't mind Gligar at all.
It's really solid cheap BizDef. That can be a good rocker. It works as a bulky pivot for teams. It's a good mon. I like Gligar here.
No, I agree.
Gligar and Lycanroc Midnight as your only rockers could be questionable.
Oh wait, they are the only rockers, aren't they?
Ooh.
Wait, ooh. Yeah, Gligar's coming every game then, because Lycanroc Midnight ain't coming.
Yeah, I mean you have Gren with spikes.
That is true, but spikes are obviously less reliable than rocks.
It's
hard to keep up, hard to get up.
Yeah.
Although Gligar is a great setter that can lead versus a lot of things. Or you can lead Rotom and get it in. you have options here. It's just that you are bottlenecked on the rocker roll quite a bit. G Weezing thoughts?
I like G Weezing from that. I feel like it can get so much utility, even though it does suck up a ton of momentum, and it can be. I will admit, it's one of the best Urshifu checks there is.
Yeah, that's true. It is a great Urshifu check. You can run a berry.
From the wicked blow, close combat.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't lose Iron Hairs in headbutt.
Yeah.
And you get Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp. The stab combination's good. Levitate or neutralizing gas. Just if you can deal with it, suck up a ton of momentum, it's worth it.
I really don't feel like it. I feel like, in general, not necessarily just on this team, but the fairy type harms it in a lot of ways because you can just run coverage on it. Because like most fighting types get good steel moves.
Yeah, Iron Head is well distributed.
So it just kind of doesn't feel like it hurts it.
But Berry is also risky, right? Because of the flinch chance on Iron Head.
Yeah.
You're risking still not getting the sequence you're looking for. That's
right.
I think the secret to G Weezing is its offense. It has a great offensive move pool that it can really it can use quite a bit, and people don't prep for it. You rarely see good prep around G Weezing. Like I've ran like raw thunders before on G Weezing to like kill things. Like it works. Like it definitely can drop just strong moves out on you.
Oh, absolutely.
I like that for this team. I think it pairs like quite well with Steela. And almost everything that is trying to hit it is not hitting Steela like at all.
Right.
I think Steela and Volcarona are clear win cons for this team.
Yeah.
And kind of it probably would be quite difficult for a lot of teams to know which one will be the win con to match up to.
Volcarona is very underwhelming without Z.
And then we just already kind of glossed over the whole Mega Gallade right there.
Yeah, we did gloss over the Mega Gallade. That guy will put him work, right?
You know what it does.
Yeah, he's gonna do work.
One of the best mods in the format. It's gonna do what it wants to.
Yeah.
Or arguably the best Mega in the format, depending on if you think DNC is better or not. But
yeah, so.
Yeah, and I like Gren. Gren's great. Gren's great no matter where you get him. Gren's a great mon. And I like him here. Actually, let me look at this. This team is kind of special heavy, ain't it?
Yeah, it's special heavy. Future can be mixed.
Like outside of Gallade,
can be mixed.
Steela's mixed.
Yeah.
Gudra can be mixed.
You just don't. Your only physical breaker, like just straight up physical breaker, is Mega Gallade, and everything else prefers special.
And honestly, Lade in some matchups just feels like a really unreliable physical breaker.
Yeah, if you're playing that
because it hits hard, but to actually break it really wins the Swords Dance.
It is good that the team doesn't auto lose to a Blissey because it does have Mega Lade, but if you can't let it get parried at all. Like if it gets parried, it's gonna be very problematic.
We gotta speed up because I think we're on like an hour now for 18.
Yeah. Are we actually on an hour? Let me see. We're 30 minutes in. Yeah. Okay. Let's speed up. Let's speed up. Yeah. Okay. Dio Speed, Clefable, Kartana, Rotom Heat, Hapouta, Mandy, Vish, Tentacruel, Aerodactyl, Magnemite. I'm just gonna pretend Magnemite's not there because it's not.
Hate this team. I hate it. Oh.
You hate this team?
I'm not a fan either. I can't lie.
It's too bulky.
I think it's too bulky.
It's not that it's too bulky. It's that it's too bulky, and I think a lot of its bulky mons, outside like Rotom Heat, aren't providing enough like offensive pressure in the turn.
The only mons that provide offensive pressure are Cart and Dracovish, and both are Kartana to a lesser extent, but Dracovish is definitely a matchup fish.
Yes, he's a matchup fish.
Same with Dio in some cases, although Plot can be brought a lot.
Yeah, Plot can come most weeks and do something.
Yeah, I feel like Clef is actually the win con here a lot of weeks. Just set up Clef.
Yeah, and hope that they don't have like a mount like a Gapto, which just Brave Birds you down to hell. Yeah.
Brave Bird crit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it now because it can come up later. I hate Dracovish and Sand. I think it's the inferior way to run Dracovish.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so weak sometimes.
It is so weak without tough claws. Yeah, a strong shot, whatever. It seems fine. I just don't like it that much. I agree with you guys. My favorite amount of the team is Rotom Heat, probably, and Kartana, which is probably not a great thing. So
yeah.
Besides, we should probably speed through this anyways, because the real thing we want to talk about are the 2 bottom divisions anyways, let's be real.
But also, again, final thought, you're forced to bring Dracovish or Tentacruel every week if you don't want to lose to any water type in existence.
Yeah.
So you're only switching. Kartana's not switching into anything.
And I'm looking, and most of these teams do have a good Vish answer.
Dracovish does not want to switch into Scalds for the risk of burn, so you kind of just get screwed there. You're switching to Clef.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's not ideal. What are the hazard centers like? Hippo, Aerodactyl,
Clef.
It has good. It has okay hazard
Dio.
rocks. Yeah.
It's good. No, it has good hazards.
What's its removal? It's like Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat's great removal. Mandy's great removal. That's fine.
Cart.
Yeah.
Cruel.
Cart. Yeah, Cart the best defogger to format.
Cart's the goat.
Yeah, Cart is the goat. Hey, if this team wins a lot, it's off the back of Kartana, I think. Kartana Dio, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So, I guess on to, Jolty, Kangaroo Jolty down here, who drafted, I'm just gonna say it now, it's Garchomp, Corviknight, Sylveon, Mega Venu, Cobalion, Lycanroc Dusk, Alakazam, Lantern, Sandslash, Hoopa, Unbound, and Ariados. I hate Corviknight. I cannot stand Corviknight. I don't like Corviknight. I definitely don't like it
Take
here.
Cobalion off this team with literally any other fighting type, and I'll like it a lot more.
I will defend Cobalion here. I actually
I cannot.
I like Cobalion.
Corviknight facilitates this team's offense well.
It does, but I feel like you're giving up
I actually
pressure with
like Corvi.
I think you give up so much pressure with Corviknight because it just doesn't threaten things when it's out.
Or here, when you have Lycanroc Dusk and Alakazam and Hoopa Unbound and Garchomp and even Cobalion dealing out damage, you really care about it, I guess, not putting much pressure on anything when it's really just there, pivot and hit.
I just would have. My thing is, I basically always think Moltres is better than a Corviknight on a team, for like doing the role that Corviknight does. Like, obviously, you would want another like Omni Resist, but I feel like you answer Fizdefmon so much better with a Moltres and can actually hit things versus a Corviknight.
You mentioned that this team doesn't have a fire type.
Yeah.
This is a team that actually would really like a fire type.
Yeah, Moltres would have been great here. I would just prefer Moltres in every situation with the Corviknight, and then probably not have another steel type in its place that can like resist a lot of things for you.
Or a more offensive water, maybe, to pair with the Lantern.
Cobalion here is not needed at all.
Cobalion works here as like a fast rocker and a cleaner, but I don't know, like, it's a lot of pressure to put on the 10-point mon, I think.
To me, you have the fast rocker and Lycanroc Dusk, and
that's true.
Cleaning wise is really the true. Yes, Lycanroc Dusk also functions as a cleaner because Excel Rock, SD, stuff like that. Garchomp can clean with Swords Dance Scale Shot. You really don't want to bring that every week, and I guess you can tell how this team went. I would say rounds 2, 3, and 4 were just straight defense, and then it was just supplemented by as much offense as you could buy.
Yeah, if Hoopa works on this team will win. If Hoopa doesn't end up working, Hoopa I think is kind of the make or break for this team too. Which every Hoopa Unbound team, to be fair.
True.
But yeah, it's definitely a base mon. Will it function correctly? Who knows? You never know until the season happens. So
you have enough momentum to get it in.
You do.
Is the key. Lantern, Volt Switch, Cobalion. You can run Baton Pass on Sylveon if you have to. You turn with Corviknight and just... If Hoopa's allowed to fire off attacks, this team will win a lot of games.
Yep.
If it's not, it's just a weakness.
Yeah.
Team does not have very good U-turn absorbers for the Hoopa, though.
It doesn't, no. It has Corviknight, which functions a lot. I think Corviknight will often be the thing bringing Hoopa in here.
Yeah, I mean, and Corvi just gets kind of abused, because, like, a great way to deal with Hoopa is a fast U-turner that can threaten it, and then as you switch out, bring in a bigger threat, like a threat to whatever. So,
yeah,
I don't know. There's really no way to punish U-turns here, which I feel like if you're going to have a Hoopa, I don't know. Hoopa's not really something you can really slot in on a team.
Yeah.
If you want a Hoopa, you have to start building around it early.
Yeah, you do. And this felt like, I mean, it's totally possible like that this was intentional. He just knew it wouldn't get taken because it is Hoopa Unbound and almost never gets taken. But
I mean, at the same time though, there's an Alakazam.
Yeah, there is
on
a
this
Zam.
team.
I also not a Zam believer, so that doesn't help.
I'm not either.
I do think the last thing I want to say, if anyone else has some last words, is the removal is Sandslash and Corviknight, which I wouldn't normally mind, but this team is particularly Webs weak.
It is. It is not. That actually seems to be a pretty common theme. It's like none of these teams seem super fast.
No, and there's quite. I think we've seen a number of Webs users so far.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we will see more. So.
Yeah. Anyone else have anything?
Ground type problems if Corviknight gets eliminated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
Very heavy ground type problems.
Also, we can't roost on slower ground types either. So.
Gravity equals death.
Dude, Lando Eye is a 6-1 matchup against this team.
Yeah.
Click Earth Power on everything
Yo,
with Lando Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's probably all we need to say on that team. Gliscor guy has Mew, Kyurem, Pex, Pharaoh, Thunder T, Chandelure, Conk, Whimsicott, Mega Shark, and Hippopotas. There's some goons. There's a goon squad.
Yeah, Chandelure, Conk, and Sharpedo are just straight goons.
Thundy's a goon too.
Man, I like this team so much on paper, but then you start looking at it and it's just like, man, this team is so slow.
Yeah.
You're fast.
Like you have Whimsy, which in a lot of cases, Whimsy's kind of fake speed.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes from someone who actually really likes Whimsy.
Yeah.
And then you have Mega Shark, which, like, Mega Shark's fast, but...
Mega Shark is fast.
Mega Shark's fast, but it's fake speed because it only gets it once. Right. So...
Yeah.
It's not that slow.
It's not that slow, no, but it doesn't have the speed that you expect it to have if it doesn't have the speed boost proc.
I mean, the team itself, look, Mew's 100, Kyurem's 95, Thundy's 101. You got Whimsy and Mega Shark, and that's about it. I guess Chandelure's 80 is not that bad.
Chandelure will probably be Scarf in a lot of matchups. That's it tends to be anyways. I can see Thundy Scarf coming fairly often for a lot of like the faster mons in the game.
Then of course Kyurem is Scarf.
Yeah.
Like pretty good. And then Mew can be Scarf.
Could also be D-Dance out.
Mew can be Scarf. Yeah, and then D-Dance, of course.
This team's biggest problem is rocks.
Yes.
Rocks eat this team.
Oh yeah, it is pretty hazard weak, and the removal is Whimsicott.
Whimsicott, Mew, Thundy. Thundy, like, you don't want to run boots on Shandy, Thundy.
Thundy and Mew do not want to run Defog.
Yeah, they don't want to run Defog.
And I think what's weird about this team is normally I'd be like, okay, just win the game first. But, like, you do have Pharaoh Pex as, like, your 3rd and 4th pick, and it's like, well, that kind of makes it feel like the game plan ain't exactly just win, like, first. But at least win quickly, which does mean your hazard game is weak.
I want to run hazard stack. I want to force. Yeah. I want to force the other person to remove, because if you don't, you're just gonna be sitting there taking shit for days.
Who is the most reliable defogger? Is it like Conk? Is Conk your most reliable?
No, it's easily Whimsy.
Yeah, but how many is Whimsy gonna be able to reliably come to every game? Like where it needs to? I don't know.
Can't come every game, but most weeks Whimsicott can fit somewhere.
That's
just utility wise.
Over under how many times is clicking Tailwind in a season? What do you guys think?
3.
3. I was thinking 3 too.
I'm taking the under on that.
You're taking under 3? Okay.
Yeah, as someone who's used Whimsicott quite a bit, I've never really had the slots for Tailwind.
Okay.
Choice specs, Tailwind, Chandelure will eat any team.
Yo, wait, that's the rawest win con I've ever seen. That's a goon win con. You know, I like this team more now. I like that idea. That's a funny idea. that makes this team incredibly based. Actually, run that, GG.
No one spec Chandelure.
Spec Chandelure in the Tailwind. It's gonna go crazy.
Click Memento. Yeah, that's your goal.
Yeah, click the biggest memento of your life. get that Chandelure in.
Sammy is next.
Yeah, Sammy is next. I like that team, by the way. I think it's fine.
I like that team, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great options.
I read it off. I get INC, Victini, Hydreigon, Scizor, Milotic, Crobat, Miltank, Mudsdale, Chestnut, Electros.
Who let this team
happen? Solid.
Yeah, who let this team happen?
I know. I love this team.
This team is straight solid.
Oh, I love this team. It's so good.
Miltank. Oh, Miltank. I'm gonna just talk about this real quick. Miltank's like a 10-point, like a 9-10 point mon. I cannot believe how underpriced mon is.
Miltank is so base.
Like my challenge for the viewers at home: go and look at a point tier and like on any doc where like Miltank is 7 or 8. Then look in the 8-point tier and tell me what's better than it. Look in the 9-point tier and tell me what's better than it. And you all have to do not have good answers unless things are underpriced. It's a great mod. This thing is
Dude,
so good for this too.
Dude, I used a mill tank to 1v1 a Dracovish and PP stall a Gliscor
That's awesome.
to win me a game.
Yeah.
Like, it was my last mon, and I did that.
I
This
should.
probably the best team in the league.
Yeah,
so far.
I think this team has like insane offense. Like the offensive pressure provided by this team is crazy. It has amazing bulky pivots. Even in mons that don't actually like have a pivoting move, they can just raw pivot out, like double out on things. For, like in a lot of ways, like Scissors are a great like bulkier pivot. Mylotic's a great bulkier pivot. Crobat can be a bulky pivot. Miltank can be one. Like this team has like Electros kind of can be versus some teams. Like this team has great ways to get in. It's stupid mons. Like Victini's a stupid mon who has the dumbest funny button in the entire game probably with V-Create. Like stab V-Create, like 270 base power with stab is insane.
Right. Like, the only problem I have with this team is removal. It's only, I mean, I guess it's Crobat and Hydra.
And Scizor can run it.
Oh, I forgot Scizor has defog. And there's a Mega Dance. Never mind.
Yeah.
This team is fine. This team is so good.
Yeah.
Every mon can come. I love this team.
Do we get a belly
the
drum
settings
game?
fantastic.
That's my question.
Oh, we better.
We better
get
one.
We better.
I guess you could say this team's kind of slow, but it's not that slow.
It's not that slow, no.
It's really not that slow.
And it has great
Scarfers. That's not Electros.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like base speed wise, it's not that fast, but like Teeny's a fantastic Scarfer, Hydra's a great Scarfer, Crobat's fast, Megadia fast. Like, it's fine. It plays fast.
People will have to speed creep for things anyways. Like, you're fine.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't actually have much else I can say about this team. It's just really fucking
we can gush over it for like I love this team.
Yeah, I love that team too. Then Kiev's team, Black's team, Zapdos, Megalop, Tapu Fini, Crocodile, DOD, Entei, Latias, Audino, Muk, Escavalier, Eldegoss. This is a mixture of mons I'm a very big believer in, and mons I'm not a great big believer in at all.
This team really lacks synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no synergy.
And you can basically ignore the last 3 picks.
Hey, 2.0 Eldegoss is underpriced though.
Escavalier has utility-wise and...
Oh, wait a minute. That's steel type Escav.
Yeah, that is
steel type Escav. That has
and then you have Dio and Latias, which kind of do the same thing, except Lati is a dragon.
I would not have Latias here. I don't even know what Latias brings to this team. Honestly,
I don't either.
I like DOD. DOD is a mon I believe in. I think is undervalued, but I'm not a big believer in that Megalop right there. I do not like that mon.
Yeah, like it almost I feel like it goes Zapdos. I mean, I don't know. This team just feels extremely underwhelming with everything.
I don't know how it kills mons. A lot of these, like Banded Entei is like your strongest mon on your team, probably, right? Like
pretty much.
And well, Banded Entei is great. I think it's an indictment of your team to a degree. If your strongest mon is going to be Banded Entei.
Yeah, I don't doubt he can make it work.
Oh, no, I definitely don't
because he's an incredibly strong player.
Arguably the best player.
But this team is just
not it.
Yeah.
There's offensive synergy when it comes to breaking checks, but why is DOD and Latias on the same team?
Yeah, why is Megalop
I have no idea.
Why is Megalop like all your speed, basically? Latias is fake speed. I'll be real.
Like, for example, like you're gonna be able to break grasses for Crocodile with Entei and Zapdos. Bulky fairies could cause problems.
Did you just say Crook can break grasses?
No, you're breaking grasses for Crook with Zapdos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I misheard that. Sorry. Hey, now it has Skitter Smack.
Yeah, it has Ice Fang probably. I'm assuming. I've never run it.
I don't think it
does.
does.
It not? Okay, well that's stupid. It should.
I don't think so.
It has Fire Fang. It must have Fire. It must have Fire Fang.
Just the problem is, I guess 117 when you're forced to run either, I guess, Scarf or Ban pretty much every week is too weak.
Yeah, this team is just too weak, I think, overall. Zapdos is gonna have to be offensive a lot of games, which is you don't want to force Zapdos to have to be one thing.
Right.
Unless you're Rain,
that's the beauty of Zapdos. Well,
if you're Rain, I guess you can chill on the big offensive Zapdos every week. It clicks Hurricane.
Rain Zapdos is good.
Yeah. I guess Will's team then, because I don't have much else to say about that team. I didn't like it too much. Let's see. What's Will got? Mega Maul, Lottie, Rotom, Wash, Nidoqueen, Silvally, Serperior, Talonflame, Umbreon, Mancho, Dunsparce. I like this team. This is a good team. Like just off the bat, these are good mods. Like all these are good mods, I think. And
The only thing
Duckwork's
I
a good
don't like is
one
the
pointer.
Umbreon. It's Umbreon on offense.
Okay, yeah, Umbreon on offense is a
Yeah,
little strange,
I'm
but I like
not a
it.
fan of Umbreon. I'm not
Yeah,
huge on Serp.
I think Serp's fine. I think Serp definitely can have it and can do a lot in
It's
games. Leechy's a broken move. Leechy's just a stupidly broken move.
true.
Glare is
That is
also
true.
stupid.
But you don't need the speed tier here, so
That's my problem. You don't really need the speed it brings.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Serena would have been much better here.
Serena probably.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I would have
there
liked
was.
Serena more.
We haven't seen Serena yet.
Serena's available, actually. That's
It
crazy. Go
is?
pick up Serena.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get that big goon.
Mhm.
Get him here. Get that dude, that goon.
Yeah. Because I like you already have Latios Talonflame. That's fine.
Late Mienshao rounds out this team a lot for me, by the way.
I
Yeah,
do
Mienshao.
really love Mienshao here. Getting it that late is just stupid.
Yeah, it should not have been that late. If that was a transaction,
No,
that makes sense. But
it's-
if that wasn't a transaction, that's crazy.
Right. Like that Mienshao I legitimately believe is like round 3.
Yeah,
Easily.
round like 4 at the latest, probably.
Mm-hmm.
This is a solid team. It has solid pieces, flexible pieces. Right, a lot of these mods are pretty flexible and what they can bring to a team.
Yeah,
which I
for
like.
sure.
Like besides like Mega Wall, which is like the same thing all the time. Like Ladio is super flexible, Rotom's super flexible, Nido is like Queen is super flexible, Silvally is super
Silvally
there
is a
is
great mon. I love that thing.
really no good Trick Room option for Mega Maw.
That is unfortunate.
Which it doesn't need per se, but it really likes.
Yeah, it does like having that as like a late game win con for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it will function well on this team because I don't think Mawile is looking to clean as much as it is like raw break in the mid game. It looks like
Right, yeah, and that's fine. You have like Mienshao and Latios, which are both solid cleaners.
Mm-hmm. Spectrotum too can work sometimes.
This is a team I feel like can out-offense anything just because their offensive mons can switch in.
Mm-hmm.
Just be flexible.
Mm-hmm.
This
You
is
can
like
afford
standard bulky offense to me.
Yeah. Nido Queen can switch in. Nido Queen, Rotomash, Latios, they can all switch in. Then you like at least some attacks.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that for real. For example, I guess comparing it to things like where we saw Gengar drill.
Yeah.
Gengar and Drill aren't switching into shit.
No, they're not.
Yes.
I guess on to the next team then. Zero's team. Mega Scizor. Okay, I'll get that.
Round 2 Lando Eye.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Weavile, Primarina, Moltres, Kovo, Azelf, Stunfisk, Vileplume, Munchlax, Electivire. Okay, Zero, I see you. How did that happen, I'm wondering? Mega Scizor round... See, it makes more sense the other way around, but it's not the other way around. The Lando Eye making it the pick, what, 17? No, 18.
Yeah.
That's an 18 overall 18 pick, Lando Eye.
Mm-hmm.
That's bogus. That's just...
And then at 13th pick, you still somehow got the round 3 Weavile? What's that about? How'd that get back to you? Man.
Yeah, this team is just kind of nutty. Like, even the low tier options are some of the best low tier options for the value.
Yeah, like
Plume's
great. That's a great mod. Stumpfisk, great mod.
I think I honestly think Vileplume could even be bumped up a point or two. I think Vileplume is fantastic.
It is a great mod.
I feel like this is kind of broken.
Yeah, Munchlax is great here too. I love little Munchlax.
Mm-hmm.
He hits for days. Best
the breaking potential of Lando Eye, Weavile, Primarina, and Azelf is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You have fantastic setup options with Megaciz, Weavile, Como-O.
Even Lando Eye running Rock Polish.
Yeah, Scarfers. You have solid Scarfers. You have good offense on both sides. Like this is just a really solid team.
The only problem is removal, but I mean, Moltres is probably the best defogger in the game.
Yeah, Moltres is super reliable defogger. Mega Scizor, it can be run bulky with defog, no problem. It's definitely a weird looking team on paper, but as you dive into it, like it works.
It has great pieces. Like probably some of the best pieces
really
we've seen so far. This is like a top 2 team to me. Like that and Sammy's team so far, like the clear contenders for best in the division, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
I still think Sammy's is better because that team's just stupid. But this team is also really good.
This team is also pretty stupid with the round 2 Lando Eye though, and the round 3 Weavile.
True.
Came back to it.
True.
I don't have anything else really to say about this team. It's really good.
Not particularly.
So Nashoba, Rillaboom, Glow King, Raikou, Aegislash, Obstagoon, Donphin, Rabombi, Salamence, Volcanion, Mega Abomasnow. That's the GOAT right there. That's Mega Abomasnow, the GOAT.
Okay.
I don't
Right
get
off
this
the
team.
bat, question.
Yeah,
Donphan gets high horsepower, correct?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah.
I'm 99% sure it does.
And that's all you need to know.
Exactly.
Rillaboom with Mega Abomasnow was really fun, by the way. That's some really fun grassy vibes to get to click. That was some great grassy
I really like this team,
I do too.
honestly.
It's really standard in a lot of ways. A bit weirder in some other ways. Like Raikou is pretty strange on this type of build, but I like it. Mence is a bit strange for these type of builds, but yeah.
Weird with Obstagoon plus Volcanion. Volcanion being your bulky water.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two weird mons you really don't see, I guess. You don't see Obstagoon get drafted that much.
You don't normally know.
This team, webs are so good for it.
Yeah. Webs are...
Last
Rabombi was a smart pick.
Right. Yeah, last time I ended up using Obstagoon, it performed way better than I was expecting it to.
Yeah, I see it putting a lot of work, honestly. It just often isn't picked.
Mm-hmm.
But it tends to
Yeah,
do well.
no, it's... And definitely when you have such good fighting answers, like, across the board with this team, it's doing well. You're forcing defogs with okay hazards, but you have webs, which is big. Forcing those, like, defogs, getting Ob in, running Defiant Scarf, just destroy everything.
I would like to point out, if you go and look at Mega Abomasnow's matchup versus a lot of these teams, it's pretty goddamn good.
It really is.
Mega Abomasnow goes crazy in most of these matchups. His Ice Shard priority dual step thing, that's gonna be crazy. I like this team a lot. This is like probably like third.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to say, JK?
He's muted, so.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll move on to Axel Raid for the last one in the division. Gliscor, Heatran, Necrozma, Thundy Eye, Spectre, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Tabu Bulu, Mega Absol, Manaphium, the 1-point Arbok coming in clutch. What do you think, Burning?
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. Sometimes I feel like I'm every other day I'm like a believer of Mega Absol, and the other days I'm not at all.
It's the top end for me. I think Gliscor is just a choke of a wheel pick.
Yeah.
There was
Lando Eye Glowking on the board. What were you thinking?
Yeah, like there's so many better round like wheel picks that you could have paired here that would have just worked fantastic. Like there's Clefable, Steela, G-King, Lando.
Axel Raid is single-handedly at fault for why Zero and Neshoba just got told that they had like top 3 teams.
Exactly. Like it's just like Heatran is fine as a round 2 pick. I often see it last until round 3 though.
Yeah, I mean you were getting it round 3 if you're 16th pick though.
No shot.
So if you want that guy, you were taking it here.
Yeah, like it feels like a lot of mons are like, ooh, this could be fun, rather than like a super synergistic team.
Yeah, it has good mons, just it doesn't have like top tier amazing mons, in my opinion.
Like Bulu sucks. I hate Bulu so much.
Bulu's fine if you're just using it to click wood hit choice band and wood hammer versus like most matchups, which it can do and do a lot of damage that way. But outside of that, I'm not a giant believer in Bulu, but I think it can be okay. It's not real bad.
Yeah. Urshifu Rapid's cool. I actually think it's a really neat mon. But having it and Manaphy, so you're basically having 2 more offensive waters as your waters.
Yeah.
When your team kind of needs a bulky water.
Yeah. Yeah, this team has some weird points to it.
Yeah.
Pairs all with Spectre, which I like. But I'm just like caught wondering, well, if it could have been a lot more, you know.
There's some good like setup. It just feels like this team
needs
to set up to do anything.
Yeah.
And it's just none of the setup is particularly threatening either.
No, it's not. Like Calm Mind at Mega Absol can win a game if someone gives it a turn to set up, but like because it has the coverage to do that, but I don't know.
Right.
Like Heatran might have its games where it's like a win con too. It can just like
destroy
things, but
Scarf Eruption Heatran's always good.
Yeah, Necrozma. is a great mon.
Necro is the most reliable win condition on this team.
Yeah, it's definitely like the crux of the whole team, I think, is Necro.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not without that Ultra Necros, not exactly what I would want to be saying about my team, but you know.
Right.
I'm sure this team can perform. It has like mons that are individually good. It's just that it lacks like top tier threats, and it doesn't have the greatest cohesion across the team.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he's back, if JK's back yet or not.
I can check. Hold on. Oh, he's still muted. So I guess we can just move on. Do you want to move on to Shuttle Bolt? Or do you want to do Flame Charge first in case we don't?
I was thinking do like top 5 teams.
For Shuttle Bolt, yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. We can do that, and then we'll just talk about what we want to talk about in the other 2 divisions. Okay, so are you back, JK? We're starting Shadow Ball now.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
We're probably just gonna do like the top 5, maybe like 6 teams of Shadow Ball, and then probably move on to the other divisions so we can say more about them.
Okay.
Get
to the flaming.
What'd you say?
He said get to the flaming.
Yeah, you get the flaming. Exactly. So let's talk about the guy who got the logo for the division, Loads' team. Let's see. So Urshifu Single Strike, Latios, Gengar, Togekiss, Blissey, Talonflame, Manaphy, Vikavolt, Torterra, Mega Steelix, and G Mr. Mime. Not Mr. Rhyme here. I'm noticing a problem, aren't you, Burning?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's the baby here. Why is the real one? Yeah.
I am looking at the wrong docs. Let me just pull it up.
Damn.
Sheep Gengar is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous. Togekiss Blissey is also ridiculous to get as the next wheel around.
Yeah, they have G-Mime. This team is trash.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was noticing there was a
lack
of the right
so Rin's team.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck Loads. Let's just skip him. Let's actually skip him. That's funny.
No,
that's funny.
No.
Come on, let's skip him. We're gonna do a Rin's team.
No. No, there's a lot of overlapping weaknesses here, and it just feels odd. Like Edgequake kind of eats.
Yeah.
Like Torterra's not coming to every game.
No, it's not.
It's just kind of. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, those top 3-4 mons are just so ridiculous, especially when you get webs in there.
Yeah.
I think this team's just gonna win games off of that.
Pretty much, just second round at the back of the wheel, Latios and Gengar is ridiculous. And then to pair that up with Togekiss that's hard to deal with on its own.
Yeah. I mean, this team has great. Once again, it's another team with great pieces. Especially this one team has great offensive pressure. I think it has okay defense. Some overlapping weaknesses, clear flaws, but also clear strengths that can win games. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't win games.
Now, as for Rin's team, I don't know if this is true, but I have a hunch that Rin and Minnie may have been trying to emulate one another on purpose here, because these are some pretty similar teams. Both are Torn T, Infernape, Mega Chomp teams, in the same slot, no less. There's some very similar pieces outside of that, though I do think I like this team maybe more than Minnie's.
Like this team besides the Klefki, I hate Klefki.
You hate Klefki?
I think keys are good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a great fairy in the way that most fairies are. It doesn't exude a lot of offensive pressure nor defensive pressure, but it's like ultimate utility. It is going to give you so many hazards that are so annoying to keep off the field, because it just keeps putting them back up every time you get rid of them. It's a menace. That key's a menace to get it. There's me being allowed to switch in my mons that are low health.
Do you see the Goat Inteleon? That thing is busted.
Agent Leon
is right
so
there.
good.
Oh my god. And Granbull is a solid pickup for a second fairy. I feel like you need that with Klefki. Klefki's a fake fairy.
Yeah, Klefki's not a fairy type. It's a hazard type.
Yeah, some good regen stuff. Just good all around. Yeah, I like this team a lot.
Yeah, this team also having probably one of the most potent pairings in the game. How did Glow King make it all the way back here, by the way?
Yeah, getting spikes with this team is going to be huge, because this team likes to get around.
I would have preferred a nice Whirlwinder for your hazard stack, though. And I just phase things around your stack. Like a Hippowdon would have been nice here, but it is what it is. It works nicely. I actually really would. Actually, with Mega Chomp, I really would have liked a Hippo.
Mega Chomp is solid.
I like Mechachomp a lot.
I do like
Mega
that.
Chomp and Fernate Torn-T is so good.
I guess not much else to say about that. Good team. Good, solid team.
Yeah.
Nice job, Ren. DM me on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. You got what? Michael has Polt, Heatran, Pex, Mega Guard, Mandy, Cart, Mudsdale, Starmie, Electros.
Is he the
Another
only
Polt, Mega
9
Guard,
pick
Core.
mon in the? He is the only. No. Yeah, he is. He's the only person who didn't. Well, I'm stupid. There is one other. It's Tristan who did 9. I think they're the only 2 though. So went top heavy here. Very top heavy.
Top heavy.
Very top
Also,
heavy.
this team is bulky as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Mega Guard is surprisingly bulky. Heatran, Pex, Mandibuzz, we all know about I guess, their exploits when it
It
comes
does
to bulk.
have good offense, though.
It does. Like,
it
Heatran
does have good
has
offense.
130 Spatak. Like, he is killing. You're not switching to him.
Nothing here besides Pex and Mandy are passive.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree fully. This team exudes a lot of offensive pressure. I think Pex and Mandy could sink the momentum, but if Pex can get, like, T-spikes up, it's fine. Mandy will will pivot something in to click a move, right? As long as you're using your opportunities, like when you get, like, Cart in, you get Pult in, you get, like, your breakers in, you're going to be fine, right? This team will break.
It doesn't have much momentum, but this team's going to be whittling things down with knockoff Mandibuzz, knockoff Pex, Heatran with Magma Storm.
There's plenty of momentum here.
There's a momentum like there's momentum you can generate with doubles. Like you can force like
momentum with doubles rather than pivoting with.
There's not a lot of raw pivot, but I think that works fine for this team.
5 out of 9 mons.
Yeah, but Pult's like fake pivot. I don't get why you would ever bring a Pult in your turn. Just click the funny move.
Mandy Electros pivot.
Yeah.
Guard gets port.
I guess if you're counting what's it called? Baton pass, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Baton pass it is more. Not a lot to say here.
Big Woex.
Yeah, big Woex. Mega Giant. He didn't take the Mega Gallade that was up? This is a change. This is a changed Woex right here. That's crazy. I'm at a loss for words.
I am also at a loss for words looking at this team.
There's a Smeargle.
This team is just... Yeah.
Another team where Umbreon sucks all the momentum because it's offensive. So offensive. And then you just have an Umbreon here sitting on everything. If I'm him, I'm running Baton Pass Umbreon every week. You need to have some way to get all these. Like, this team is full of just threats. It's all goons.
Yeah, there's goons.
Yeah.
Nidoking, Mence, Serena, Swellow, Conk is straight.
There's some good. That's a goon squad right there. They're here to like mug you, but
does it synergize?
Who cares?
The top three synergize.
Yeah.
But the rest of it.
Yeah, it is kind of. It just feels really mid.
Serena's a great pivot for this team, though.
Serena
enables this team a lot. It's a great spinner.
Yeah.
A nice pivot. An offensive and bulky pivot in one that also isn't that slow. Not super slow. Can be quite annoying.
Not bad.
I like this team. This team is fine. I'm going to get extra points for not being a Mega Gallade team made by Woex when it was up. So, I guess we'll do Love, the owner of the BPL. The secret shadow owner. Mega Gallade, Clef, Corviknight, Victini, Amoonguss, Raikou, Drapion, Cybertron, Xatu, Kecleon.
Seems annoying.
Yeah, this team is annoying. Although, knowing Love, it might be a surprise if anyone has to play the team.
Yeah.
I love you, Love. Mega Gallade, though, pairs nicely with Clefable, pairs well with Corviknight, pairs well with Victini. Everything pairs well with Victini.
Round 4 Victini is ridiculous.
Yeah, wait, what happened here? How did that happen? That's,
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Although, we will get to another Victini problem later. Yeah, this is, definitely a team. I'm not seeing, like, it's fat. It's a really fat team, but it has also insane, like offense with, like, Gallade and Victini. I think it could struggle in matches where those mons don't win, and it is notable that both are Psychic types, and that is your main offense, but...
this team doesn't struggle with Ghosts or Darks, though.
It doesn't.
Like, you have Drapion and Kecleon, two really good checks for Ghosts. Clefable is probably the best fairy in the game, best defensive fairy in the game. and you're not gonna have any problem switching in the knockoffs,
Is it better
anything
than,
like
I'm not
that.
gonna get to if it's better than Finny or not. I was about to, and I stopped myself.
But,
Yeah. Yeah. Passable team. Actually, hold on. Can we talk about the next team just real quick? I know we said we would do top 5. I have a lot I want to say about this team. I think you might if you look at it. The Mag.
Oh,
we
boy.
should skip this. This is all over the place.
No,
What?
This is a team. This is why we're here. This team is why we're here.
While we're here, we're gonna flame this team. Okay.
Yeah, we need to fight this team. This
what?
team needs flaming.
What? Huh? Huh?
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Wait, what? Why is this team?
Okay,
what?
I'm gonna read this
Huh?
off. Gliscor, Ferrothorn, Mega Gyarados, Gardevoir, Volcarona, Silvally, Surfetch, Electivire, Regice, Latias, Porygon Z.
It sounded like you were doing a
Oh,
poke
right.
route for a second there.
Why is your best mon Mega Gyarados?
Hey, what do you mean? SD Gliscor is gonna sweep teams.
I'm not a huge
Is this
Gliscor
team,
believer
like,
at this point.
It's fake offense plus Ferrothorn. And you have why the Latias in round 10? Latias plus Gardevoir?
This is an insane team. This
And
is
the
like a
PG?
genuinely insane team. This is a schizo team. I love this team. This team's all over the place.
I don't know what this team intends to do. Like, what's the
I
most teams have a clear
hate
game
looking
plan.
at it.
I know. What do you mean? That Surfetch is gonna go crazy. He's gonna first
For example,
impression
like,
everything.
Love's game plan is, I guess, it can sit on anything, and I guess if you get in Gallade Victini in the
Yeah.
right spots, it's not gonna seem as fat as it looks at all.
Mm-hmm.
Raikou fits perfectly because it breaks bulky waters for Victini, and there's like an actual synergy. But what is?
Yeah, what's
I
this
just
doing?
don't get it.
Yeah, what's
What
this
is?
doing? How do you like even get the Volcarona in? Like, I don't know. Try let something die. I don't.
Starting shot,
Memento Latias.
Silvally, Healing Wish Latias.
Yeah.
What
Mento
team has more synergy than
Latias.
this?
Electivire probably gets Volt Switch.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. U-turn. Does Surfetch get U-turn, or does it just get first impression?
I think it only gets first impression. It does not get pivot.
Yep.
As a Surfetch.
Oh god, this team just hurts
It's hard
to look at.
Yeah.
It's not even that it's bad. It's just that it's everywhere. Like, I feel like this team will win like 3 to 4 games off of just
Okay, but hear me out. It's
offense.
6-0'd by Auroras.
Auroras.
True.
Regice is the only answer.
Ferrothorn's your answer.
Ferrothorn is kind of an answer, yeah. That's crazy though. Being that weak to like an ice and rock, like what? This team is not gonna have a fun time versus some bonds.
It's very ice weak. Kiram
Yeah.
eats this team alive.
Fucking Nido does too. Nido just ice beams this team too.
A lot of teams just destroy this team.
Yeah. This will if this team makes playoffs, it's a miracle, or the player is really good.
Yeah.
You need a player diff with this team. This is not a team you can team diff with ever.
No.
And if I see one person complain about a bad matchup, it's to the gallows with you.
I've never seen anything like this all over the place from a
I've
Div
not
2
either. This
a Div 2 team.
I wonder,
I'm sorry.
this has to have had some wild FAs.
I'm just gonna hope it.
I wonder what
I
this-
like the idea that it didn't, though. I prefer that. I prefer that reality. That's
Okay.
awesome. Yeah.
Let's get the Gene Paul.
Yeah, we'll do John Paul, and then we'll move on to Flame Charge. We're probably just not gonna do the rest of Shadow Ball because we might get to the flaming.
I'm gonna see if there's any other, I guess, bad teams to flame here. But I don't think there is.
Actually,
Everything
I don't want to. I can talk about this one because he kept asking people in calls about what to do for this team, including I remember he got flamed for this one. He asked people if he should pick like between like it was like I guess some fire type or something in a Tangrowth, but didn't give anybody what the rest of the team was. It was just a straw poll. He posted a bunch of general chats. But yeah,
this is overall solid.
it is overall solid.
I
It's
like
probably the
this
most
team.
boring team I've ever seen, in that I would not want to use this. It feels so simple and like an archetypical,
It
but
really does.
it like feels like a team that if like I was trying to make the most meta team that wasn't a Torn T team, I would make this. But it's gonna work, probably. It's a good team, but yeah, good on you, John Paul. Maybe you should have given more context to your picks though when you were asking the people to vote. Anyways, let's move on to Flame Charge and Calm Mind. because that's more fun. Let's see. So tell me when you guys got the dock open.
I got
Which
it.
one is this?
Flame Charge D3.
In charge.
Joe would be the first one on it.
Okay, yeah.
Who? Joe is first one on it.
Okay.
Team is busted. I hate that.
This team is a bit strange, but we can talk about it.
No, I definitely think it's weird.
Yeah, it is a weird team. It's another Lando. But didn't we have another Lando I Jirachi team? Or am I tripping? I might be tripping. It doesn't appear.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Because we have Mega Sizz Orlando Eye, and then it was Mega Diancie, I think, Jirachi.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Okay. Yeah, Lando Eye, I mean, Strongmon, overall pick first is fine. I wouldn't probably pick it first, but if you want it, it's cool. Jirachi. Actually, there was a story here. I remember what actually happened. No, it wasn't technically a pick over one.
It wasn't pick one. Or Shifu. Technically, it was a Shifu Rapid.
Yeah. He put it. He was drunk and put a Shifu Rapid Strike. Realized his mistake after 2 more people had picked, and then repicked it to Lando Eye.
I mean, I'll take my.
Because your Shifu Single Strike already went.
I'll take my free pull. I like it.
Yeah, you got your free pull because he
I got my free pull because he took Shifu Rapid.
Yeah, solid mons though. Like Jirachi is a real mon, Mandy's a real mon, Primarine's a real mon, Cinderella's a real mon, Koma's a real mon, Raiku's kind of a real mon, Zarina's a real mon, Drapian's a real mon, and you got fucking webs at the end. Who cares? Big charge bug.
Yep.
This is fine. This is not a team I have much to flame about.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's unoffensive.
I don't really think too much stands out about it, but
no.
It works.
It's a standard team. I don't want to play it though. Primarina Cinderace Lando Eye is scary.
Yeah, you know what? Primarina is scary on its own. That thing's a goon. That thing's evil. I do not trust his intentions. It'll moonblast my entire team, Hydro Bump my entire team. I have no switch-ins. So, I guess, JK, it's your time to talk about your team for a second.
No, this team is hot trash.
Yeah,
There's no reason to talk about it.
Terrakia on here. Get it out.
It's steaming pile of dog crap.
I just don't like it.
So, Hayes' team, this looks pretty good. It's Urshifu, Gengar, Mega Aerodactyl, Rotom Heat, Porygon 2, Cosma, Excadrill, Clefairy, Quilladin, Clawitzer,
Big Clawitzer? That's crazy.
Clawitzer is hype.
Okay, Clawitzer is your water?
That is not hype. You have Hippo Sand for Exca. You have, your first 4 picks are really good, and you have Necrozma. After that, it just feels good.
Top 7 is crazy.
Yeah. Your top 7, yeah, and you have a bunch of weird filler. And your top 7 doesn't even really... It's filler on this team.
It is. Okay, that's fair. On this team, it might be filler.
Top 7 is definitely what you're going to be bringing to a majority of your games, and it really doesn't synergize too well. Like, it's just a lot of, offense.
But it's powerful, I'll say.
It's strong, but it just does not have,
Necro P2 is holding this team. Necro P2 is holding this team together by string.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the offensive powerhouse of the top 3.
We had another Shifu Single Strike Gengar, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I get some actual comments on my team?
Yeah. We can do your team now. We can do your team now. So yeah, Pulp, Mega Gardevoir, Gran, Terrakion, Skarmory, Savali, Lantern, Centiskorch, Claydol, Roserade. I'll say I'm not a big Terrakion believer normally. I think it works fine here though.
I think it works here.
Yeah. Let me see. So it would have been the first pick. Okay, yeah. So Gyarados wasn't on the board for you. Were you gonna take Gyarados before it got taken?
No, I think. Yeah, I was gonna take Gyarados before it got taken.
Yeah, I figured you would.
That was the part of the plan was Gyarados.
I dig this team. I really don't have much to say, honstly. It
has great. What I like about this is I like your hazard stack. Because hazard stack is goated, and you have good spikers. Spiking is goated. Good shit. Fast team too, annoyingly fast team. Savali's also annoying in every matchup. Claydol is actually pretty goated for a point. I actually like Claydol quite a bit. Why do you have 2 points left and not another Mon taken?
I don't know what to play. I don't want to play on this at all. What is in 2 points for me to pick up? Munchlax? Munchlax still here?
Big Munchlax. Is he on the board?
If there was no species clause, I would take Greninja, Frogadier, and Protein everybody to that. Honestly,
Get
I
a
don't know.
Froakie too. Drop one of these things for Froakie. Big Froakie.
The only thing I'm gonna say about my team is that I'm not bringing Rosary once. I hate that thing with a passion.
Just get a 12 point. Why'd you even take it?
Because it's like I need a grounded poison. I don't have anything else. It's just Rosary.
You don't need a grounded poison.
Yeah, just click Defog or
no, because my fire
Suffer.
type is Cinderscorch and my Steel is Skarmory. Something has to switch into fairies. It's just bad.
Yeah. Well, Pulp can't lose. Surely Pulp will make playoffs. So.
Yeah, I don't make playoffs. It's Pulp.
Yeah, you'll make playoffs. Is what you're saying. Let's see. So I drafted the next team. And I have a lot to say about this team. AKA, fuck you, Frandy, for taking the Miltank. Miltank is irreplaceable in my heart as the fire resist on this team. Because it is 2022 and we don't run Flash Fire on Heatran anymore. Screw you for ruining it for me.
I've definitely ran Flash Fire on Heatran.
Yeah, you do, but I wanted a Miltank. I love building for Miltank. I'm gonna prep this game, most of these games, and I like using Miltank.
I love the first 5 picks so much.
Yeah, dude, that's some goons, right? Those are some goons. Those are some straight
And then
goons.
after that, it just
No.
Here's the
Here's the thing. I'm
single pick after that.
I'm gonna explain this to you real quick, okay? Okay, so here's the thing. I want you to count Defog on one hand right now on this team, or Rapid Spin. I want you to count. Tell me how many there are.
1.
Yeah, it's Eldegoss. Or Beetle. He's gonna put the webs down, right? He's gonna put the webs down. Scoliped's gonna put some hazards down. All the other dudes are gonna put some hazards down. They're gonna click Defog. Oh wait, who's right there? Who's opening the door? It's Gapdos. Gapdos open door. Honestly though, this team just kind of wins outright with its offense. The first 5.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think people heavily underrate Scolipede. I think I could write a whole fucking essay about Scolipede and how good I think it actually is. I think people have slept on that dude for a long time. He's insanely fast. He hits way harder than you think in most matchups. Really good mon. Also has great hazard stack, which is very valuable. Barraskewda, amazing. I kind of consider Blastoise here. Didn't get an option to because Frandy still exists apparently. Scuda.
You know what
fast.
else still exists?
What?
Smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel.
Let's go.
Click that notification
bell. Hell yeah, do that. Do all that. The Barraskewda, he hits hard. He's a hard hitter with like choice band, which he can run most weeks. People like, but he doesn't have range. He doesn't need range. He's like 136 base speed. Who cares?
Right.
He doesn't need rain. He's just a fast water spammer. They gets like a stupid move pool. This team, and like, sure, I would have liked to have the Miltank on this team, but Defog's a bad move. I don't care about T-Spikes, which is like the most threatening hazard for this team probably. If those weren't there, and the goons will kill. The goons will claim. That's all I have to say. The goons are here. Now I can talk about the team. The reason I wanted to do this in the first place for.
This is the exact. I was just about to say the same thing. This team made me want to do power rankings because
this is an abomination. This
oh
is a
Lord! I'm sorry, Porpoise, but
I hate
Jesus
this.
Christ, what are you doing?
So it's
the first 3 picks. Those first 3 picks. Mega Scizor, Hydreigon, Sylveon.
We cannot.
Those
one more thing
were
because I DC'd that whole time.
Oh yeah.
Duke, thank you for drafting this because this team is going to lose off rip to my spike stack immediately.
No, it will not. It will
Week
not
6,
lose. It will literally kill everything. You're getting claimed by all the mons on this team.
I am bringing spikes. You think you're gonna magic bounce the spikes away as soon as Mega Diancie dies to that Hydro Pump from Greninja? Oh my god.
Yeah, you're not gonna be laughing when all the fucking when all the hazards are on the field because we also have all the hazards and then you're gonna get the webs down. And what are you gonna do with the webs? The webs gonna be crazy.
Webs. I don't know what to do with the webs, but the offense is crazy. Yes. Why is your water a Barraskewda?
Dude, I can tell you so much about Barraskewda. He's fast. He's naturally so fast. He hits hard because he gets to run choice band every game. I'll have you know. The inspiration for that Barraskewda, I just played through Pokemon Sword for the first time when I used Choice Band Barraskewda throughout the game. And he went crazy. And it made me realize that Barraskewda's broken.
I'm a Chansey offense fan, but like,
Hey, listen,
geez,
like I said,
oh,
I don't know if you heard this, but Frandy's an evil person who stole the mill tank. So
okay, yeah, that's
what was it?
bad.
There is no
Yeah.
replacement for mill tank
would
in
have
my
made
heart.
the game better.
It would have.
Miltank would have
made
made the team better.
Yeah, there's
But
no replacement.
we aren't doing okay. So we can skip Porpoise
No,
as
no,
a
no,
team.
no,
It's
no.
an
We need to
No,
do.
no,
abomination.
no,
We
no,
need to
no,
do
It's an
no.
agglomeration of whatever you want it to be. It is.
Oh, that's the exact reason we made the video, though.
Yeah. We need to talk about
The
performance.
video was again. Porpoise said himself, "This isn't a team. It is a. This is whatever he wants it to be.
Is it a movement? Is it an art piece?
It is an art piece. It's an art
It's
form.
an interpretive dance.
It is an interpretive dance of I hate it and I want to shoot the dancer.
It's an interpretive rain dance.
So like, okay, let's look at this analytically. It's
Yeah.
slow. You're going from 130 to 108 to Hydreigon at 90, 98, and then
Yeah.
it's just slow.
But see, what you're not understanding though is that Glowbro is here and he actually has the question mark speed tier. Where he might just go first and be the fastest on the game.
First might not.
He might not.
You know, yeah. We have like, the solid Mega Scizor Rain, but then you decide I want to draft Sand, Who doesn't
Okay,
like Sand?
the biggest sin of this team, genuinely, if you want my honest opinion, is the only grass move to break water grounds on the entire team is Maractus. Is literally the only way you can kill a Swampert.
I mean,
grass
you have Grass Knot.
Okay,
on
I guess
Helios.
Helios has grass. Still, that's not good. Helios cannot be your way to kill
I'm
this
not
boss.
saying it is.
Seismitoad does sit on this team forever.
It's literally forever.
It needs more fossils.
It does need more fossils.
They're back to almost
Wait,
Star
are you telling me you drafted Rain Sand and didn't have both Dracovish and Dracozolt on the same team?
Right?
What happened here?
I would say get rid of Amistar and Aerodactyl, just add Dracozolt. This team is 10 times better.
Exactly.
Get rid of Helios, too.
I like how he said he wasn't drafting a meme this season. My dude, this team's way more of a meme. This is more of a meme than the last one.
The base 100 team was legitimately so much better.
It was scary, bro.
That team had synergy at least.
It was a spooky team. This is spooky. If this team wins games, it's because people don't know what a Dracovish does. And they didn't bring
this team
against
has synergy. It has total synergy.
in the first two picks. In the first two picks.
In the first 3 picks.
You can check
the first
whatever
3
you
picks
want.
are fantastic, and then Toilet Bird happens and everything dies.
You can check whatever you want with
For
this
yourself,
team.
it's suicide.
Yeah.
Hippo, G-Bro, Sylvio, and Pelipper and Mega Scizor is bulky.
Yeah.
For a day. But offensively, what is it doing?
Well, okay, really this, what does this team do to Scarf, Galarian, Zapdos, though? what's the Brightbird switching?
I mean, my Lantern
Hippo
system
could do fine.
I feel like Juan's Toad sits on this team forever.
Yeah.
Chansey. What's that when Dracovish? If you have Chansey or any Spadef wall plus a water resist, you sit forever.
Yeah. Dracovish can't beat a Rillaboom because he the results power on Fish's Rend. And you're competing weathers in the game. I'm hoping you're not going to bring them both the same every week, but you also drafted it, so I don't know.
I mean, honestly, at this point, you should have just gone full meme, 4 weathers.
That's usual special, make finals, maybe win. I don't remember if you won that. But, I still... What was the Maractus for? Because you still have another point, and, Maractus, the other team should be the one taking the Maractus, to have a check for the Dracovish. Why did you take it?
No, it's the Ditto check.
It's the
for Ditto Dracovish.
You know what? I respect it. I don't think Ditto got drafted, but I respect it.
So either.
It could always get picked up. You don't know.
So true.
So true. Porpoise, what were you thinking, dude? Why is your electric range sweeper Heliolisk? You could have just not gotten the Omastar and invested in yourself with a Thundy T. What?
Hot take? Well, I don't even think this is a hot take. Heliolisk is just better in Sun.
Yeah, it is. It's not. Oh, but he's gonna heal up a little bit. Don't worry.
True.
Even though he dies to anyone,
that life orb.
Yeah, mitigate that. He does need to mitigate the life orb, but that actually is really important for Heliolisk. It's better than taking double life orb. You know what? I don't think this league bans Quick Claw, so nice 41% chance to go first every turn. Let's go. Maybe Belly Drum wins a game somehow. Maybe he cheeses and wins a Belly Drum. You don't know. Anyways, do you have anything else you wanted to say about these teams, you two?
No, that's
Okay.
that's as much as I can handle with that team.
Okay. Juancito, right here. Torn T, Glow King, classic. Mien Shao, classic. Seismitoad, Incineroar, Cortana, Diancie, Avalugg, Audino, and Megachomp. I remember seeing this team as the draft was happening and seeing a lot of points left over no Mega and be like, please don't take Mega Slowbro. Please don't just take another regen mon to take another regen mon. Please don't take it. But he didn't. He took the Mega Chomp and I was happy because that's what I was hoping he would take. Strange team after the first 3 picks. Like Incineroar is quite strange here, I think.
I am not a Seismitoad fan, and I am not an Incen fan.
Yeah, Incen fan. I'm not a big fan.
Outside of that, though, not a fan of Avalugg either. But other than that, those 3, maybe Diancie as well. The team looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Love the first 3. Love Mega Chomp.
Yep.
Love Cart.
I think it might have suffered a bit from like forced regen spam, but I think at least it took the mons that work best together if you're regen spamming.
Yeah, no, like those 3 are like that's just such a good core. So
I know he sniped Dak literally twice, and Dak was molding that he doesn't understand why he would take Incineroar or Cortana because he wanted both of those. Actually, no, he didn't want Incineroar. Yeah. He wanted Cortana, and he didn't understand why the Incineroar got picked, I think. But I'm calling you out.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah. Big car. I was talking to take Big Cortana, but
this team has problems with ground types to the moon.
It does have some ground.
It absolutely does.
Of course, it does. It does have the strongest EQ in the game on its team, though, so that way it can't get it can't get C-teamed by it. So.
True.
I mean, yeah, but ooh, Lando I here.
Lando I would be crazy here. Lando I doesn't have a switch on the whole team.
Lando I, Lando T.
Well, is
an opposing regular Chomp?
It's like, AV Seismitoad will stop it. Don't worry.
Grass Knot.
Well, clearly he won't have that. Yeah, it's an okay team. I think that teams that make this core, the first 3, often fall apart after that, because they don't have it doesn't give you a lot of direction to go. And I think this team kind of suffers from that. Like, individually, okay, Mamas. I'm not a big Avalugg fan, not a big Incin fan. Like, Carton is great. Diancie's great. Audino is great. Mega Chomp's great. I don't know if there's a lot of cohesion beyond. Yeah, I don't know how much cohesion there is beyond the first 3 between, like, a lot of the other picks, but a lot of them are strong mons that can work, so.
This team is kind of slow, though.
It is. Torn's your speed. Ooh. Torn and Cart are your speed.
You got Torn, Mien Shao, Cart, Mega Garchomp, and then just straight drop off.
Yeah, into the dumpster, like all the way down there. Hey, but Seismitoad has 100-0 matchup versus Porpoise's Reign, so.
Seismitoad sits on it.
That's like a free win, bro. That Seismitoad goes crazy. Also, wait. So does Torn. Torn also sits on that entire team with perfect accuracy hurricane. Do not bring the rain, Porpoise. Whatever you do, don't bring it.
If the sand comes, you just lose to Seismitoad.
Yeah.
Week 6, baby.
Dude,
Week 6.
Wait, why is this whole team C team? Wait, he has the Sand Mega Chomp, Sand Force Mega Chomp for the Sand half, and Seismitoad Torn T for the Rain half. Yo,
that's the C team.
Oh my god.
Literally C teamed his draft partner right next to him. That's crazy. He's like looking over it like at Porpoise's desk and seeing what he's writing down and like, oh yeah, I know what to do now. He's like, I don't care if I win the rest. I'm gonna win this game. He's like literally C-teaming in real time. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, you have Seismitoad with Swift Swim, Mega Chomp with Sand Force.
Also, instant fuck this team because every time Dracovish wants to do something, it just gets intimidated.
And then, it does it once, and then dies.
Yeah, but if you set up a rain sweep, all of a sudden you don't have a rain sweep now.
No, wait, no, he has the best Dracovish check in Cartana.
Does Passionberry instant live?
Not in rain.
There's no way. No, there's no way. There's no way. Focus Sash though, because yeah.
No, true.
Big Focus Sash.
Focus Sash to die to the sand.
But it's not gonna be sand. It's gonna be rain up. Clearly.
Oh, you run rain? Okay, if you run rain into Seismitoad, when your check to Seismitoad is what dry.
Okay, but if you run the sand, you're giving it to Megachomp. So what are you doing?
I rather run sand in the Megachomp. I guess Pelipper can check it, kinda. I don't.
Maybe.
Hippo
No,
can check
it doesn't.
It's gonna be a
Hippo
war of the
checks
Sand
it.
Force Warriors.
Like, what's your Seismitoad check here? Sylveon to get Sludge Wave?
I like how we just delved into a matchup between two players.
I mean, this
Okay,
ridiculous.
I think it's
Okay,
time to move
We
on.
gotta go beige.
We gotta go beige. Okay. Beige took. There was a Slowbro here a while ago, I think. But there was a Coco, Kira, Mega Stoys, Pharaoh, or Shifu Rabbit, like Donphin, Alolamuk, Talonflame, Mesprit, Ambipom, and Munchlax. Big Ambipom? Big sausage fingers?
Gonna be honest. Okay, I was not expecting that. But I really don't have a lot to say about this team. I think it's just kind of solid.
Yeah, there was the Mega
solid.
Stoys was a Slowbro before, by the way. I don't remember what else was different, but there was a Slowbro in that slot before.
Also, by the way,
Mhm.
Ashleberry does live outside of rain.
Let's go! Let's go!
But Beige's team is just so unoffensive. It's just solid all around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Coco
And
Kira
Ambipom
is great.
Munchlax is weird though. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know what the Ambipom is doing here. He's a goon though.
Yo, Ambipom's the goat. Don't disrespect.
I feel like
Slap you
Ambipom's here just for the speed tier, but the rest of it's just inoffensive. It's solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good team. Yeah, I don't have any much else to add. You made a good team, Beige, even though I know you weren't the only one drafting it. DD took his profile picture in the Mew. Good for him. Got a Weavile, Gliscor, Infernape, Suicune, Megalataria, Magnezone, Delmise, Hypnol, and Regirock. What do you guys think?
I think this team would be good if it was Gen 7.
Yeah, good point. That's a good
Like
point actually.
this is a Gen 7 team that would be really good. But in Gen 8, I really do not think it translates well.
Yeah. Megalataria is certainly a Mon. I wasn't expecting this team to pick.
No.
It's not like it doesn't work. It's just it was a weird. I mean, it's a weird
No.
Mon in general, I guess. So it always feels like a weird pick. But the first four are great. Suicune's okay. I think Suicune's kind of fallen off recently.
Yeah, I really think after the first four, it completely falls apart.
Yeah,
Other than the Regirock. Regirock is good.
Regirock is base, dude. I love Regirock.
I love Regirock.
And Type Null is honestly okay. Type Null is like a team without a strong fighting type can often struggle to bring a Type Null. But when it starts like doing the rest bullshit it does, it can be really annoying.
Explode by Tornadus Therian.
It is indeed 6-0 by Tornadus Therian.
You run Grass Knot, I guess, for Regirock, and Magnezone. It's Magnezone. I'll never be scared of Magnezone. I'm sorry.
No. You switch out for free on Magnezone. It literally can't hit the side to save its life. Yeah. This team is it's weird, right? I think this team can definitely win because it has strong pieces that individually work well. There's not a lot of cohesion, which tends to be the weakness of a lot of teams. But I think
The bottom six is weird.
the bottom six is just weird.
The top four synergize enough for it to get wins.
Yeah.
I feel like this team can make playoffs. But the bottom six are just
cheesy Mega Alt wins are always an option too.
Mega Alt is. I'm like Mega Alt. Mega Alt solid.
Yeah, I agree. Now Dact. Dact has, I think, a really good team. Garchomp, Rotom Wash, Buzzwole, Nihilego, Azelf, Mega Aggron, Obstagoon, Spectre, Comfey, Leafeon, Illumise. What are we thinking?
Yeah, this is just good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Would have been better if I didn't snipe their Togekiss, but it's good.
Honestly, I like Comfey more here.
Yeah, I do too, honestly.
He didn't have the Comfey originally, he had to trade for it. It was also a thing that got sniped from him. I remember them talking about that. Okay. He fixed his team up a little bit. It was still already really good, I thought, before then, though. Yeah, this is an amazing team. It has, like, everything not everything it could want, but it has, like, most of the things it could reasonably want for the Mons to have.
Yeah. I think it just works.
Yeah, it works.
It brings very
only thing. Wait, does Illumise get Wish?
It is the one that gets Wish. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Leafeon also gets Wish.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay. So not great Wish options for Magron, but it works.
Yeah, it exists. It can do what?
Here on this team is a
does
demon.
Baton Pass? Wait, is Baton Pass work Prankster with Prankster? I'm assuming it does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you can wish it out and pivot out into it then.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that works.
It is your Illumies though, so you are bringing the 1-pointer to those matchups, I
Yeah,
guess. But
exactly. I mean, Illumise for a 1-pointer is good.
yeah, it's definitely solid. Also, weirdly, right next to a Volbeat, like literally right next to a
I
Volbeat.
was literally just about to point that out.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this team. They actually did a good job.
Mhm.
Do you have anything to say, JK, before we move on to the Cats's?
Not really. Comfey brings needed utility. I guess Heal Bell is so solid here.
Mm-hmm.
Aromatherapy, I think it gets aromatherapy.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
So
Leafeon
maybe
gets Seal Bell.
And Spectrier is a demon on this team.
Spectre's a demon.
It is.
Spectre's a demon on
Spectrier
every
plus
team.
Buzzwole is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
You will die.
It's my week 2 matchup. I'm scared.
Yeah. Cats team, which also I kept saying over and over, where is the Spectrier? When this team was making its picks, its round picks, like Mega Lay, like well, he loves Spectrier, and it was on the board for so long, you think it would have been picked, but no. So
I'm biased in this team. I've seen this exact top 4 core fail.
I would imagine I would see it fail too. It doesn't look like a great top 4 core.
Like Mega Galate, Clef, Dragonite, Corv is, I'll say it's solid synergetically when it comes defensively, but it's just weird offensively.
You're lucky there's no Arctozolt drafted in this division.
This team is underwhelming offensively.
Yeah.
Dragonite is way too underwhelming.
You're relying on like
hit
Bandage
those
Zarude to
look.
break a lot of things, I feel like, for this team.
Yeah.
There is no ancient power sweeper here.
That's surprising for Cats.
I know that's something. That's something he loves to do.
There's also no what are the special attackers on this team?
0.
There's Clef and Arcanine.
Dragonite,
Dragonite special, yeah.
Starmie.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, maybe the Spectre should have been on the team. Maybe. Yeah, not the greatest team ever in the world, but hey, at least that's the Volbeat and Illumies paired right up next to each other. Do you have anything else to say, JK?
Nah, not really.
Okay, on to Latios then, Croc's team. So Latios, Melmetal, Crocodile, he has his namesake, that's cool. Toxapex, Bulu, Volcarona, Hawlucha, Umbreon again. Mega Manectric, and Minior. Can we stop with the Umbreon?
This team is a Gen 7 team. Why is Umbreon here? Krug is bulky enough as it is.
Ulu, Hawlucha, good night.
Straight.
That's all I
straight Gen 7.
Just no.
And the Mega Manectric? Yeah, capping off Gen 7.
Minior is a cool pick, though.
Minior is a cool pick. I love the Minior pick. Big Minior.
But no, like, Mega Man works well on teams that really threaten ground types.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a ground type, I am not afraid of this team.
If you're maybe fearing Bandabulu, right? And that's like the main thing that threatens you. But you're not like super worried. Side note, my first ever league I ever did was in Gen 7. I had not played any Gen 7, and I drafted a Minior, not understanding like its ability, and I shell smashed. And I was very disappointed that it didn't get its stats. I was very sad. Umbreon
there needs to be an understanding on having Pex Umbreon on offense. This is offense.
Yeah, this is
Might be bulky offense, but this is most definitely offense because, like, almost everything here hits as hard as a truck, but then you have Pex and Umbreon sucking up any type of synergy or momentum you have. I guess you want Umbreon to pivot in, but then Umbreon turns into setup fodder for whatever it pivoted in on. Because it's just double.
It's a foul play bot for this team. It's literally just a foul play bot.
Absolutely.
Umbreon and Pex are such setup fodder for a team that doesn't have many checks outside of it, besides like AV Melmetal, Intimidate Krug, and then Bulu. The Intimidate core is nice, I'll admit. Krug Mega Manectric for Intimidate core is nice. But Mega Manectric as a whole is
it's underwhelming.
You better hope Bulu kills those ground types, because if he doesn't, that's a death sentence.
Yeah, and I as much as I like the Minior pick, I don't know how, it's gonna be hard to make it work for this team. It could work, but Minior is one of those mons that if it works consistently, it's amazing. Making it work consistently is a task though.
Lottie Melm is good though.
Yeah, the first like 3 picks, amazing.
Umbreon, that's a bad Umbreon.
Yeah, it's a bad, as they've all been. Maybe we're learning something about Umbreon today.
It's not that I wouldn't say Umbreon is bad. I'm saying Umbreon on why are the
offensive
three teams
builds,
with Umbreon or offense?
Yeah.
And then this one has a Crocodile with Umbreon.
This team is looking to have like Melmetal. If you're running offensive Melmetal, which you're not usually, but if you are, it's gonna be like Melmetal, Latios, and Bulu to break in the mid game for like either a Lucha or Volcarona like end game probably. I'm imagining for a lot of these matchups, which is like kind of a telegraphed matchup. I feel like in a lot of these games, it's not flexible at all. Is what I'm getting at. It's an offensive structure that doesn't have a lot of ability to flex into different ways.
It's still very scary offensively.
It is very scary offensively, but I feel like it's easier to prep for than you might think on paper. In part because it has a lot of momentum sinks on it, and you don't have to worry too much about its defensive structure at all. So you're really like you really just need to break like through Melmetal Crocodile. I feel like in a lot of these games because the Pex and Umbreon are set up fodder, like we said. Okay, Karapika's team. What is this team? This is a Zapdos, Mega Medi, Aegislash, Swampert, Crobat, Whimsicott, DOD, Vaporeon, Alolan Persian, Magmortar. That's a weird team. I'm not even saying I hate it, but it is a weird team.
It works.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's weird, not bad, just weird.
It's just weird.
Yeah, this like I can't even flame this team. I don't get this team, I guess. It's a very strange Zap. Like this is you see first pick Zapdos overall before a lot of these other mons. You're thinking there's like a plan involved, right? And I'm wondering if like there were snipes involved that changed the plan, but like this is a
the
weird
plan
team.
was Zap Mega Medi. So
yeah, it's like Aegislash like gets picked up like with Perp. I love Perp. Aegis fine. Like it's a strange team though. There's a lot of bulk on this team, but this team's fat, but it doesn't sink momentum with its fat, which I like. Like Swampert doesn't sink at all. He pivots out. He's a great bulky pivot. DOD is a pretty good bulky pivot.
Whimsicott's pivoting.
Vaporeon is a good bulky pivot. Yeah, like Alolan Persian
whole
bulky pivot too.
Pivoting out.
It has a lot of options.
Why is there a Pert and a Vape?
You know?
That's not needed.
Yeah, that's not needed.
They fill basically the same role.
They're basically the same role, yeah. They are basically just flip turn bulky pivots.
But this team doesn't struggle with grasses because of it, though.
Yeah.
And Nashoba's not in this division, so you don't have to bring Scarf Swampert to beat him.
No, you don't.
So
it's a bit weird. Definitely a weird team.
It is.
Blaze's team, if you guys don't have anything else to say, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay. Mega, Mawile, Victini, Tapu Fini, Nidoqueen, Noivern, Blissey, Hoopumbound based, Vikavolt, Shaman, and Big Grap locked into one pointer. So
I dig it.
You dig it? I dig it too.
I dig it.
17-point Mega Mall is always good. So.
Yeah, and then 16-point Victini is also good. Like, those are two great mods. Those are two, like, amazing button clickers right there. Amazing button clickers. You have great defensive synergy with Finny. Finny's a great defensive, mon that works offensively, too. And so, it's just...
setup, utility. Yeah, Finny kind of just does it all.
Finny does it all, but has amazing natural bulk, is what I mean.
Only problem is speed tiers are bad.
Yeah, speed tiers are not great. You have a lot of mons that want to run Scarf here. In fact, you
Noivern is bad.
Noivern Titini, and Noivern is not like, okay, I'm a big Noivern believer, but who the fuck speed creeps for Noivern? Like, I'm usually not speed creeping for Noivern, honestly. So this team has a pretty big speed gap. And like you said, I'm not seeing any great trick room options for the Mega Mall either, like you mentioned earlier.
Does Hoopa you get trick room?
If it does, it's not running it. That'd be crazy for it.
It's never running trick room.
It probably does have it though.
Yeah, this team's gonna need the webs from Vikavolt to get somewhere. If the webs get up and stay up, this team will win a ton of games.
Yeah, this is amazing. The webs are amazing for this team. It means Tini can run like Band or like Specs in a matchup like for free because the webs are up. It means Hoop Bound can maybe even not need to run Scarf, or if it does run Scarf, it's not getting outsped by anything. It's clicking, right? And there is good like Nidoqueen has good hazards. Blissey has hazards. Like there's pretty good hazard setting, reliable hazard setters. Like all those are pretty reliable, right? So I don't doubt that hazards will get on the field. It's just more of I guess playing to your outs with this team a lot. You're having some specific things you need to play to win through, and I think Blaze can definitely do that with this team. And I do like the team, especially that top four. I think I love that top four.
Yeah.
Onto this team, I guess, because unless you have anything to say, JK.
Nah, I got nothing to say.
Okay, so do you want to start us off then on Frandy?
Yeah, we got Dio Speed, Mega Charizard X, Conk, Scizor, Miltank, Thundy, Blastoise, Galarian Weezing, Rhyperior, Zoroark, and a Shelmet. Shelmet's goaded for that Urshifu matchup, but
He's insane in that one.
I wouldn't say I don't enjoy this team. I like there's synergy.
It's
It doesn't
weird
feel like
though.
there's a direction. It's just weird. It looks weird.
It's a weird team.
Like Dio Speed plus
Mhm.
Mega Charizard X is gonna get you at least some wins because Plaid Dio Speed is really good.
Yeah.
And for it to last, I think this is pick 14.
Mhm.
However, I feel like this team's gonna struggle with removal. You're kind of forced to bring, I guess, either Rapid Spin, Blastoise, or Default Galarian Weezing.
Mhm.
And to get those in, you're sucking up a ton of momentum.
There's also default Conk, but I agree. Yeah, and default like
Default.
Thundy.
Mhm.
But a lot of those mods aren't trying to run it, which is the point.
No.
No.
Spin Stoys.
Yeah. Stoics can run
Spin
spin if it's not
Stoice.
running Shell Smash in the matchup usually.
Mhm.
It can
Spin
kind of get away
Stoice,
with it. but
Default
yeah.
Weezing. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Weird picks, but a lot of them are good mods. I could see Zoroark cheesing somebody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhyperior just hits hard. Blastoise
Mhm.
is a good mon, especially for 9 points. I think this team breaks well for a Zardex win con too.
Thundy breaks well for Zardex.
Thundy also can cripple a lot of things with paralysis to make Zardex a much better win con later, especially if it's a setup. You're going for setup win cons like D-Dance or God forbid,
Yeah.
the big belly drum. But
Conk
Agreed.
Dio Speed also synergize well.
they do.
Mhm.
Conk's a good mon here. I like the Conk here. I like Scizor here. There's also good priority on this team.
Yeah.
Which I didn't notice at first, but yeah, there's good priority.
Miltank is very needed here when your dark is a Zoroark.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Miltank was definitely a necessity, unfortunately.
Miltank is based. That
But
is
around
all.
5 Miltank is crazy.
Yeah, where it belongs. I think it's a 10-point mon.
True.
Not much else to say because we also want to get into the last division. So, Zero was Reddy's team. Zero Aura, Lando T, Mega Lop, Slow King, Blacephalon, Klefki, T-Tar, Dredagon, and Vileplume. Use some goons. You want to start out, Burning?
Getting Zera with one of Zera's best checks is just awesome.
Mm-hmm. Great mons together.
And of course, I'm talking about Vileplume.
True.
No, for real though, Zera plus Lando is fantastic. I feel like it could have been built around a bit better. There's a lot of picks here that just kind of feel a little directionless.
I'm not a big Mega
Why the
fan.
T-Tar is
I'm not a fan of Lob. I do not like Cheetar or Drud here. Klefki feels weird.
I'm a big Drud supporter, but I do agree it's a bit strange on this team.
Yeah, it feels like it completely kind of just fell off the wheels for the first two, and then started to get itself back together, and they ran out of points immediately.
Mm-hmm. This
This
team
is okay.
Yeah.
Offensive Swampert is a death sentence.
True.
Holy.
This team's ground answer is just Lando. Is my thing.
Yeah.
It's just Lando.
Yeah.
Bulky
certain ground types.
Bulky Drodagon can maybe eat some hits too.
Vileplume can deal with certain ground types, not all of them.
Yeah, it can strength some to make them get it out like
Like
toxic.
for example,
But yeah,
the
I
next
agree.
team, even though this team is something we should just skip because oh my god, but Zygarde
No.
Zygarde
I don't want to
kills
talk.
it.
So yeah.
No. Actually, Zygarde is one of those ground types Vileplume can check pretty well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because Strength Staff can stop it from setting up. Toxic can be really annoying for it because it's always set up basically.
Can it
always
break
break
stubs?
stubs.
Can it break the
Grass
sub? Is
knot.
the question for me.
Grass knot easily.
Okay.
Grass knot
Oh yeah,
breaks
it's a super heavy mon. Yeah.
It has 110 special attack. It's not weak.
I always forget it's that high. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's
Vileplume's broken.
a good mon. Good mon.
Hope it doesn't die in
OG,
ban though.
Yeah, the OG logo of Endless Gadgets. But yeah, I think Blacephalon's the goon on this team. Like after the first two, Blacephalon is like the make or break for this team. I think it's a connecting point. It's like, will it win based on Blacephalon's performance?
Absolutely.
Klefki will be there to put hazards up and stuff, and T-Tar will exist. But like, and Vileplume's broken, of course. But at the end of the day, your damage is coming from Blacephalon clicking buttons. So, yeah.
All right.
On to the last
Anyone
division.
else?
Texas Shiny.
Yeah, what's going on, Shiny?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a team. This is a team and a half.
This is a team.
All right, someone read it off, and I have something I need to say.
Okay, Celesteela, Zygarde 50%, Alomomola, G-Darm, Aromatisse, Moltres, Tapu Lele, Amoonguss, Rhydon, Rotom, and Mega Absol.
All right. So, Porpoise, if you're still listening or watching or however you're consuming this, I'm sorry. I was harsh on you. I didn't need to be. This team exists. Never have I seen a Celesteela team just completely fall apart immediately like this. This team is just... It's like mono, just either super underwhelming mons or just straight up bad mons.
Yeah.
Alomomola
after
horrific.
Steela, legitimately the best mon is Moltres. And that's coming from someone who actually likes Zygarde. It's just overpriced.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, JK?
I gotta say is Alomomola is horrific. It is garbage. It is
It's
one of the worst
so
mons.
bad.
It's a knockoff bot that
It's
just sits there
so
forever.
bad.
Yeah.
Is set up fodder to the T. And against
Dude,
a team
I've seen an Embor set up on an Aloe. Like,
okay, no, I'm gonna read off this team speed tiers. 115 Mega Absol, 95 Zygarde, 95 Darmg, 95 Lele, 91 Rotom, 90 Moltres, 65 Alomomola.
yeah.
The average base speed is 73.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay.
The only
Like
rocker
I
is
said,
Rhydon.
Porpoise, I'm sorry.
This is the team.
What's crazy about this team to me is that Reddy looks like he was the wheel pick. He has the actual wheel, and
Yeah.
then the Celestial Zygarde that was the fake wheel.
Yeah,
No,
it really
if
does.
this team wins more than 3 games,
I'll be genuinely impressed.
I would
I would be
surprised.
very impressed because that means they wheeled this thing. They made this.
They pulled this thing out, this like half alive like body, like clinging, like barely clinging to life, out, and it somehow like smoked some kids. That'd be crazy. Also, pick what is that? Is that round 5 Aromatisse?
Round 5 Aromatisse.
That has to be free agency.
It wasn't. I
That
promise
was
you it
not
wasn't. That was
be.
not. No, neither of those were free agency. They were there to draft.
That was drafted.
That was drafted. In that order. This was the order of the draft. I don't actually think this team made any changes in free.
Nope, no transactions.
Oh no, Burning died. Like
Burning died.
No, he was. The team killed him.
Oh my god.
Shiny just murdered him. Shooters on site. Oh, you didn't die? We thought Shiny killed you.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm a ghost now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, spooky.
Ooh, spooky.
I am so mad that this was the team that sniped my Moltres because it holds the team together, I'll admit it, but I needed that Moltres.
Like I said, Moltres is the second best mon here.
Moltres is like coming at Christ. That thing's broken.
Dude, Moltres is so good.
Dude,
Yeah.
I believe G-Darm. If G-Darm can if G-Darm just wins, like that's fine. G-Darm can win.
Yeah, I mean this is what
and bulk,
this is
and you just eat everything.
This is third division. They could not know how to play around G-Darm.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you expected them to be like Bandit ISO Crash. They do the substitute. Like, oh no, no.
Yeah.
He's gonna belly jump, and I can't stop him now.
I'm happy I don't play this team. I lose to G-Darm off team preview. So. My water is a Lantern, and my other water is a Greninja. I lose to it off preview. That's an auto loss. Let's get to Calm Mind.
That's why I wanted the Miltank for this thing. Anyway,
exactly. It totally checks G-Darm.
On to Calm Mind. I'm not even going to acknowledge the last point that was available on that team.
That superpower going to hit different.
Okay, so...
Oh boy, here we go.
This first team is straight goons. This first team is straight goons.
Take us off, JK.
Urshifu, Single Strike, Gengar, Scizor, Sylveon, Swampert, Noivern, Vikavolt, Peasy, Metagross, Carkol, and Grotto.
Dude, big Carkol and Grotto. Those are some
Dude,
boons.
Okay. This, having not seen, like, any of these teams, I
good.
expected way worse.
Yeah,
this is a legitimately good team.
This is actually good. Another Urshifu Gengar team, by the way. There's been a
I
lot of
can
those.
I can see this team like actually working.
This team on paper could just win, like the whole division.
Yeah.
Before I even look at the rest.
No, like I dig this team a lot.
This is a real
Like,
team.
I like this team so much. Oh my god. Webs for Shifu and Gengar. PZ actually works on this team.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
A rare moment for sure because it's
Yeah.
it's hard to
I
make
will
that mod
say,
work.
Maybe like PZ plus or Shifu isn't the best because like
I
the
dig
ghost
it.
switchins are but offensively, that core is crazy.
Yeah,
Plus
that core-
Webs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noivern, Swampert, Scizor provide perfect pivots. I like this team a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I dig it a lot.
This is a really good team. This has amazing bulky pivots to get in the mod. Like they like this, like the stereotypical like Urshifu team should have bulky pivots to get him in, so he can click the funniest move in the game. Right? He can click his really funny buttons and he can kill things. Right? Then you have like other mons to substitute like your offensive pressure with like a Gengar. You have a PZ. Right? You have mons that generate like a lot of pressure on the team. Urshifu loves that. You have mons to get Urshifu and Urshifu loves that. It's an amazing team for Urshifu. This is like and it's just a good team in general. So
Metagross is so good here.
yeah, Metagross is so good here. It's a great late game.
Even
pickup.
with the Scizor, Metagross is good here.
Mm-hmm. I agree. They're very different steel types, and they function just like well together. I think they don't share much in common. Like they have a fire weakness, but like this team doesn't care about that. As a Swampert, as a Swampert and a Carkle, big Carkle. So
best rockers in the game: Carkle, Grottle, Metagross, Swampert.
Exactly. That's the Mount Rushmore of rockers right there. Ain't nobody else on that mountain but them. Yeah, great team.
Great team.
On to the second one, Harv. Pult, Ferrothorn, Megamedi, Milotic, Nidoking, Talonflame, Umbreon, another one? Raikou, Comfey, and Munchlax with 1 point left over. Just pick a 1-pointer.
Umbreon is so much better on this team.
Yeah, it is legitimately, like, there's actual, like, other fixtures that works within a defensive structure for, like a Ferrothorn and Milotic.
I will argue until the day I die that round 2 Ferrothorn is awful.
I agree, but the thing is, it's not much different here because of being second pick. It was if you take it round 3, what's the difference, right?
Could have had a Scizor still.
Okay, I guess you could take a Megamedi in like Scizor and or Gengar, right?
But, yeah.
I think it's at the end of the day. Admittedly, though, I think Pharaoh is a noob killer mon. I think a lot of people will struggle to break it. And I think they'll just sit around like leech seeding, and then people will realize leech is a broke move mid game, but at that point it's too late. He'll knock off your items. He'll set up the hazards. I think if you went into the intention with this team of trying to like beat people who don't know how to play around bulk, you would succeed. Right? People
this is true. This is absolutely true.
Victini, Poltini was available. You take it.
Oh wait,
wait.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is before we should have started with this. There is still, to my knowledge, a Victini on the board. Yeah, there is. After the transaction period, there is still a Victini on this board.
And a Mega Garchomp. And a Mega Gardevoir.
Yeah, like and a Kartana and a Gyapdos. Like, what were you guys doing? What?
Somebody
Mega Hera.
Please, somebody save my soul and take the Victini. I'm begging you. But yeah, this team though is defensive features.
This next team is scary. Oh, it's scary.
Yep. You wanna take it?
Yeah. Garchomp, Heatran, Slowbro, Yin Shao, Mega Arrow, Venusaur, Torkoal, Gardevoir, and Blacephalon.
This is the funniest sentence of all time.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Where's the special bulk?
Oh no, there is no special bulk. I'm pretty sure this thing's just killing every single.
This team is like Sun Eruption, Sun Flamethrower, Fire Blast from Blacephalon is Stonks, I guess.
Yeah.
Your defensive utility. Your defensive utility is just Slowbro, Heatran, and Torkoal.
And kind of Garchomp, depending on the matchup.
And kind of Garchomp.
Yeah.
But really, Slowbro's holding this team together defensively. Forever. The rest is just straight. I'm killing everything. Yin Shao, Chomp, Mega Arrow, Venusaur, Torkoal, Gardevoir, Blacephalon. There's honestly nothing that checks it really.
Yeah. Basically just Blissey. It's basically just Blissey. It's like the answer to like the sun pressure on this team. You need like big Spinef walls, and Regice would not help you here. So not my big Regice, but Yeah, this team is good. I think that this team definitely has potential to just farm with Sun pressure. It's
Yeah,
super
just on
super fast
offense.
mons, like strong mons, fast mons. A lot of these like Niantra's fast, Big Arrow's fast, Garchomp's fast. With all most of which have a good speed option too. Like Niantra will often run Scarf, Garchomp has like Scarf and or Scale Shot. Right, Arrow's just so fast already. Venu is fast because of Sun. Stefan's fast. Gardevoir's like mid tier speed. Like it's good. I think this team's good. What do you think, Burning?
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. You want to take
AV's
us?
logo sports though.
Yeah, AV's slow, bro. Yeah, is a thing. You want to take us off with Meta Knight King? Burning.
Oh boy, do I.
Oh my god.
Mega Gallade, Greninja, Togekiss, Mamoswine, Big Haxorus,
Huge
and
Haxorus.
Empoleon, Serena, Chandelure, Charjabug, G-Bro, Miltank.
Miltank is rotting away on this team.
Poor
Kind of
Miltank.
it.
You know what though? Fuck the rest of the division. They didn't take him though. They didn't take the goat.
Exactly.
So it's their fault. They're the ones who
And
killed Miltank.
big points for Haxorus.
Big points for Haxorus. Huge points. That one's great.
This is a team that can just beat you down offensively.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Candy,
There
Haxorus, Mamoswine. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Next to no bulk.
Yeah, next
but
to none.
who
but-
needs
It would
it?
be so much better if you had any bulky pivots or any pivots at all to get
Yeah.
this thing in.
There's-
This is gonna
Can't
be let's
get-
Sakabon to get it in. We're gonna play. We're playing
Pretty
HO. And,
much.
hey, HO is a fun archetype. I can't hate.
I would
Mhm.
say that, yes, but also again, no. They're not, I don't think they're gonna get in. But if Mamoswine, Haxorus, and Chandelier do get in,
They're
they'll
doing
win some
things.
games.
Hey, Milton can get him.
Especially under webs.
Under webs, yeah, you'll win some games. But Napoleon here, why?
I like how you secure the charger bug like there aren't like 5 1-point fucking webs
Right.
uses in the game.
Admittedly, Charjabug's probably the best one.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure.
Is Masquerain
Okay.
also one?
I think it was 2. There is actually. We'll get to Masquerain later. There is a drafted Masquerain. Spoiler.
Oh, okay.
Meta Knight King, if you're listening to this, you should have just took the lantern. I don't even care if it's round 6, because you need something to get. Pairing Greninja with a bulky water is nice, but if you can actually pair something that can get it in
Mhm.
with every single thing on this team being a thread and a half, it would have been much better. I don't know if Lantern's still available. Yeah, Lantern's available. Pick a
Yeah.
Lantern.
Get
Solid.
Lantern. Yeah, get Lantern. Yeah. So I guess moving on to the next team. T-Wolf.
What is this?
Yeah,
What
this
is
is, I'll take this one. Coco, Rillaboom, Zard X, Skarmory, Blissey, Necro, Quaxar, Sableye, G-Weezing, and Passimian.
Man's decided in the middle of the draft, I want to run stall.
Dude, it's crazy because if I didn't see the first 3 picks, like if this was low tier or something and I saw those picks, I'm like, you tried to draft stall. But then I look at the top 3 and I'm like, what? Okay.
I mean, it's not stall, because Necro is not a stall mon. Necro puts
New
in
archetype
work.
invented.
I
This is
my
semi-stall?
It's well, semi-stall usually is like a build that's like in between. This is more like half and half, right? Like it's a weird blend of the two in a way where it's not leaning in either direction that much. You were saying, Burning?
why did you go Zard here?
It has
You
really good
could've-
color matching with Rillaboom and Tapu Koko.
True,
That was
but you know
really
what has really good synergy with Rillaboom Tapu Koko?
What?
The whole Mega Blastoise.
Okay, but
You could have grabbed Coco, Rilla, Victini,
There's
and then
no-
gotten
wait,
Mega Blastoise later.
This is a sin.
I
There's
mean,
still a
this
Victini
would've
on the
looked-
board.
So much better.
Coco, Rilla, Mega Chomp.
Yeah.
True.
Well, it's still a Mega Chomp. It can't be bad.
Yeah.
But why the semi-stall after? Like, what's Skarm, Blissey, Quag, Sableye?
Why is Sableye
Yeah,
even
this-
here at all? When was the last time you saw raw Sableye?
This team's just bad.
The top 4. Okay, Coco, Rilla, Charizard, and Necrozma should come to every game, and you just pick whatever 2 stall mons you want to bring behind it.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
your
much.
best bet. Why?
If a Simeon finds his way to a game somehow, it'd be crazy. Because you have the Blissey. I don't know what he's coming for.
Yo, wait, that's the Woick Slayer Passimian.
Okay, well, I guess I need to put more respect on his name.
You know,
That was
it's just
Woix that
weird.
got reverse 6-0'd by Simian, right?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I
Yeah.
think it was. Oh, it's such a good replay.
This is just a weird team with Rillaboom as a water resist, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is a strange team, but
It's
hey,
just strange.
it's bottom division, so yeah. Who wants to start with Will?
I'll start with Will.
Okay.
I like this team.
Will you?
Speed.
Shut up. Shut up. Go to hell.
Dio Speed, Melmetal, Hydreigon, Buzzwole, Moltres, Nihilego, Heliolisk, Blastoise, Slurpuff, Torterra, Ghastly, Dub pick on the Ghastly, but this team is just all around solid.
Yeah, this is a good team.
I don't mind it at all.
Top 6 is insane. That's an insane top 6.
Top picks.
It is, absolutely.
That's like you can just bring those 6 in a lot of matchups.
Mhm.
Like in your challenge.
I would have probably spread around the points, gotten a different electric and a better bulky water, but I don't think many options were available at that point.
Probably not. No.
No, probably
not for
not.
the price range you were, and you probably didn't need like a Torterra
Yeah.
Ghastly, so you could have put 5 points elsewhere.
True.
I would like a better fairy here too. 'Cause
Hey, it does at least give you webs. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
it doesn't give you webs, but your dragon switching is Melmetal.
Yeah.
That's what it-
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, the Hydreigon that's really problematic for Slurpuff is on the team. One of the
Right.
really good steal coverage, but yeah.
Also, what are webs for in this case? Banded Buzzwole.
Yeah.
It basically is for Bandit Buzzwole. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
Hydreigon's the other one too. Yeah.
Yes, web synergize with Shell Smash Blastoise because I think it's garbage.
Webs for Belly Drum Slurpuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Webs set us webs to yourself. It's good.
Let's
Exactly.
go. That's a base set. You bait them out. You're like, oh, they're not belly jump. I don't need to play around that. Oh no. Also base Ghastly. Yeah. It seems okay. I mean, like it has like good mons at the top, so like it realistically should get wins, right? It doesn't really need to care as much about any of its failings because with that top 6, it's like most teams will struggle with that on their own, right? And you can sub in like a mon hero there when you need to. It'd be crazy if more than 2 of the bottom like 5 mons are ever brought to a game. But yeah. So I guess on the Troll Coup, I guess I'll start with this one. Zygarde 50%, Jirachi, Volcarona, Suicune, Tangrowth, Mandibuzz, Florges, come on, Crobat, Mega Manectric, Excelgor, and Muk.
Can I please dig into this team real quick?
Yeah, dig into this team.
Oh, can I just say one thing really quick?
Yeah.
One thing.
Why would I look at this team and think, oh, this is a weird Gen 6 team?
Yeah.
Let's just talk about this logically. We can start this logically. You have Megadia and Landoi on the board. Zygarde 50%.
Mew was also on the board. Steel was on the board. Zapdos was on the board. Zeraora was on the board. Yeah, there were some guys.
You have a Mega Manectric and no offensive pressure for any ground type who wants to sit on this team.
What do you do with a Hippo? What happens to Hippo here? Like, what do you do to him?
I don't know. You slack off and just sit forever. You break it with Volcarona.
Your best answer is Tangrowth to a Hippo.
Your answer is Tangrowth to get toxic.
Yeah. Crazy. Why was the pick 7 Zygarde's an insane thing? I hope you thought it was Power Construct.
This team is fat and bad. It's not even fat and bad. It's fat and synergized as well, but it just does not work. Mega Manectric is so bad.
Yeah, like
it's so bad.
But yeah, it has like the ground killers are like your bulky mons for it. So it's like, and there's a Florges in here, Sin, like.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I mean, it has some good hidden power users. It's a little hidden power weak,
yeah,
but you know.
Power users, you know.
Yeah, it does have
Crocoon's a menace in this format when there's not a whole lot of really good electric types.
Yeah. Yeah.
Need I go on?
Well, don't you see the best electric types on the team right now? So you're chilling.
True.
Excelgor is like is also super weird on this team. What was the thought behind Excelgor? Like, what is Excelgor like? Like, I get like in theory, not that Excelgor is a bad mon. It's like, but what was like your thought process? Like, I need Excelgor right here for this team. I need to know.
I don't know to make it so now your speed gap, you know, you.
Dude, I love that
the top gap from 130 to 100.
Dude, it's so funny that the top two fast mons are a Crobat and an Excelgor and a Mega Manectric. The top 3.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. 140, what? 145, 135, 130, 100.
I've never seen such great coverage of speed tiers between 130 and 145. And it's also never been with like your round 8, 9, and 10 mods. So
Right.
Old's gonna be sitting there just like, dang, I gotta actually speed creep on Mega Manetric this week.
That's crazy. Hey, but
Big snarl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then
By
Mark's
the
how to
way,
round it out, I guess. Yeah.
if you face a fighting type, Florges is forced to come because your fighting resist is a Volcarona.
Yeah, if it's played by Volcarona, that's
My
the
bad.
fighting resist.
Crobat to get Stone Edge. That's better. Crobat
Yeah.
to get Stone Edge.
Man.
Crobat gets Stone Edge, Muk gets Earthquake, Excelgor is a fake resist. It's good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Excelgor resists about nothing in the game, so at best like a struggle bug from a blip bug would be a resist. So yeah. That's insane, that team. Next is Matrix. You wanna start burning?
Yeah. So Mega Scizor, Kyurem, Prim, Azelf, Crook, Thundee, Arcanine, Delmise, Garbodor, Licky Licky, and Probopass.
We go
Probopass.
from bad to just unoffensive. This team is solid.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Um.
Round 5 Crook is crazy, but I guess it is bottom division.
Round 6 Thundee is crazier.
mm, round 7 Arcanine, especially 11-point Arcanine.
I feel like you'd rub the monkey's paw and something bad is going to happen to you during the season. Like, I don't know what else happened
This
there.
Kyurem Primarina is goated.
Yeah, that's insane.
Especially getting Kyurem with one of the best Kyurem checks in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably the best.
Yeah.
And then Arcanine to break that check?
It's unfortunate you're on the same division as Porpoise, because you also have a 100-0 matchup versus Porpoise.
Right.
Yo, Porpoise versus Kyurem. Yo.
Crazy.
Better hope Mega Scizor doesn't die.
No. Yeah, the team has good hazards too. Like Garbodor has good hazards. Like Crook has good hazards. Azelf's an okay hazard lead. Like good hazards. I mean, Probopass exists, I guess. Lamau. I assume he gets rocks.
Only con is just very slow.
Yeah. The team is slow. It has good speed control though. Like Thundee's a great speed. Like what's it called? Thunder Wave spreader around for the paralysis. It's really all that spreads it really effectively, but it's also the best spreader of it in the game probably. So.
Yeah, it's just Kyurem, Azelf, Krook, Thundee, and Arcanine are your only things above 80 speed.
Yeah.
You're gonna really be relying on T-Wave to keep things down.
Relying on like T-Wave plus like Mega Scizor by priority bullet punch. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine though. I mean, compared to some of these other teams, it's like it stands out as being like pretty like inoffensive, like you said. So, why don't you burning take Edward Myers' team?
Ed Myers?
Yeah, big Ed Myers.
Alrighty. Torn T, Mega Kang, Slowking, Scully, Serp, Steelix, Grim, Snarl. I don't know why it said it like that. Lycan Dusk, Darm, Rotom Frost, and Hariyama.
Okay. Rotom Frost is a UBA GOAT, but I mean no, my bad. Edward Myers is a UBA GOAT, but this team is
It's something.
It's something, you know.
I believe in Scolipede. I don't believe in round 2 Mega Kang.
It's trying to be offense, but it also has Slowking and Steelix, and Mega Kang's really bulky. Then you have Dusk and Darmanitan and Scolipede.
Here's the play, Edward Myers. Okay, this is what I'm gonna tell you. There's a decent chance that you could get away with running a Seismic Toss and Mega Kang, and the opponent wouldn't call you out on it.
No.
There's
No.
a decent
Don't
chance
do that. That's
you could
Twitch.
get
That battle goes to replays, it's over. No.
But
why did the Mega Kang get 6 kills? What happened?
wait, there's already a game? Wait.
What?
Wait, did you say it got 6 kills? Where?
What? No, I was making a joke.
Oh.
Bringing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
I am
Yeah.
stupid. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I did get 6 kills. Wow. I'm not gonna look into that at all though. Surely not.
Like Mega Kang, Seismic Toss Mega Kang. Okay, Edward Myers, here's your plan. You run max HP, max speed, and you 2H KO half the metagame. This is not Ubers. Nothing has over 100 HP like that. You're 2H KOing everything. Your next move is Toxic, Protect, and Substitute. Your Sub-Toxic, Protect Subtoxic protects seismic toss and just win the game. Congratulations.
You know, being serious though, this team actually has pretty good speed.
That's a good
Like
speed.
Lycanroc Dusk, Superior, Scolipede, Torn-T. That's good speed. Like Mega Kang is also not slow. Grimmsnarl is priority. Rotom Frost isn't so. Darm's not slow. Like this is good speed. I mean, there's actually there's a pretty big drop off in speed if anything to like down to the Hariyama Steelix tier, but
Yeah.
But who cares? You got the fast ones. You got the fast ones.
I don't get the team, but I feel like it can put in work.
Yeah.
It's Lycanroc Dust plus Darm is hitting so hard.
A lot of these mons have weird X factors, right? I mean, Torn's is a stereotypical X factor mon. Scully has X factor. Serp has X factor. Like it can sometimes just end up winning a game. Like Darm can end up winning games.
Yep.
Like it's just like that. It's one of those teams. Hariyama, by the way, underrated. I like Hariyama. I've used Hariyama quite a bit. It's a fun mon. Now, I guess
True.
I'll start with Frosty. Big Frosty the Gaming Snowman, which has, I think, one of the best teams in the entire division, if not the best team. Lando I, Zeraora, Cinderace, Keldeo, Vaporeon, Rotom-Mow, Alolan Persian, Silvally, Mega Steelix, Frostlass.
Big Mega Steelix.
Big Mega Licks. This is a great Lando I team, I think. Lando I with Zeraora, great, amazing. For the same reason Lando T with Zeraora is really good. A lot of the same reasons anyways. Cinderace, great. Keldeo, great. They already have amazing speed and all four amazing offensive mons. They give you great pressure. Then you get into like the part where you want your bulky pivots, right? Vaporeon is a great bulky pivot. Room's a pretty good bulky pivot. This team, by the way, is super anti-electric moves for Vaporeon, which is really nice. Lando I plus Zeraora plus Rotom-Mow is amazing anti-electric. Alolan Persian's a pretty good bulky pivot. Silvally can be one. Mega Steelix is, just bulky. A nice rocker. And Frostlass is like, will come to some games and be like a spike stack, or maybe get like a Kill Destiny Bond, could be annoying with Ice Beam, right? And Shadow Ball, stuff like that. I think this is a good team.
Volley on this team is so solid because it's not set into any role.
It's
just it can just be very flexible and do what it wants to do, which is be flexible.
Yeah.
Run Swords Dance 1 week, run Swords Dance Flame Charge, maybe be Parting Shot, run super offensive, and run U-turn, just any multi-attack you want. But we did disregard pick 9 Torn T, pick 10 Lando I.
Yep.
Wow. That's crazy. What got picked before it again? Oh, right, Zygarde.
Yep, Zygarde. Big Zygarde. Huge
Big
Zygarde.
Big Zygarde.
I don't have much else to say about this team. I don't know if you guys do, but I think it's a really good
team. Yeah, it's just pretty good all around.
Do you want to start with JK on X and DRX?
Yeah. Tapu Fini, Gliscor, Corviknight, Rotom Heat, Conk, Mega Beedrill, Goodra, G-Darm, Drapion, Lickitung. This team is good. Just why pick Tapu Fini over Mega D? I do not understand.
See,
this seems just weird.
This is a really fat. Like the offensive pressure on this team is coming mostly from a Conk and a G-Darm, and like I guess a Mega B. But good luck. You'll probably have.
This team is just fat and annoying.
Yeah, it makes me wish I could run Oko moves.
Oh my god.
Cause like, what the hell is this shit? Why is it a Finny pick right here? I mean, like, okay, it's a good mon, but like, there were better shit on the board.
Finny Gliscor is very counterintuitive.
Yeah, it's true. I don't like Corviknight here. I don't think it helps you much.
Yeah, Corviknight doesn't help here.
It feels like Rotom Heat is already kind of doing a lot of what Corviknight does anyways. But it's better at it. Conk is like some of your main offensive pressure. You're not generating enough momentum, I feel like, for Mega B to really be annoying. Because Mega B loves when you get someone like stuck in the loop, right? Like you just keep coming and clicking it, and it kicks a fast U-turn in the game. Just guts back out.
This should be the Mega Chomp team.
Yeah, this should have been the Mega Chomp team. But
this should be the Mega Chomp team.
Alas, it is not. Gudra's fine, but like Gudra doesn't have a lot of raw, like straight up offense that it can. Like, it has good move pool, but it struggles to just like immediately have like it wants it to feel great like pressure. So struggle there. G-Darm, you're really reliant on G-Darm doing things in all your matchups to even kill. I feel like, like sure you have offensive options like Corviknight with like bulk up and stuff, and you have like SD Gliscor, but like, and you obviously have like a good offensive option Finny, and sure you can say you can flex between the bulk, but it's offense, but you're gonna struggle with building with this team. I think.
I feel like this team could struggle to break through it.
That's true. People could struggle to break, but I also think you struggle to win with it.
Like Rotom Heat, Corv, Gliscor, Fini is so bulky, it's so fat.
I feel like some teams will sit on you though, and just like set up on a lot of these mons. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team.
You can just
Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup fodder on this team. Like there's a lot of setup not like pure setup fodder, but depending on the sets you bring, they can end up being setup fodder. And there's a decent amount of lines that will end up being like that, I feel like, in each week. So I'm a bit worried for this team. Oh, you got anything to say, Burning?
No.
Okay. On to Iron Man.
This team's a goon squad.
This is a goon. Well, there's a lot of things that have to be said about this team. Do you want to read it off? Read it off for us, Burning.
Lando T, Clef, Dracovish, G King, T-Tar, Megapidge, Shaman, Cobalion, Rotom, Rapidash.
So that round 4 G King, right?
I mean, there's a round 3 Dracovish.
Yeah.
Can we stop putting Dracovish in sand, please?
Please save my soul. Save my soul from the Dracovish sand.
Run it solo or do not run it in sand. It is so underwhelming. It will not get those KOs. The point of Dracovish is if you don't have a water absorber, your water better be bulky enough where it's forced to run max defense to check it.
Yeah.
Like Mega Pitch plus Dracovish is great. But also, you're putting pressure on waters with Shaman and Rotom.
Which is, not great. Yeah.
And
where's the
Lando
skull switches,
T.
by the way? Not many.
No.
They're far from
Lando T.
it's like
Clef is
Shaman.
so good. And then the Dracovish just screwed it up. Just screwed it up.
It takes away a lot of this team's identity, I feel like. I feel like this team could have had a more cohesive identity, but it just doesn't have that at all now. And there was a Rotom Wash on the board. If I'm reading that. Yeah, there's unless there was like a transaction, a Rotom Wash 2 picks over from it. So, probably could have taken something like that. You didn't need Vish to be here at all.
You didn't need Vish, no.
No.
Yeah, but Lando T with Glowking is really good. So, this team can win for sure. It's just that it struggles with its identity, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
Anything else to say, anyone?
I'm good.
Okay, so I'll read Green Llama then. Mega Diancie, Zapdos, Como, Excadrill, Incineroar, Jellicent, Amoonguss, Swallow, Hippowdon, and Duosion. Yeah. This is a bit strange.
I think this is a friend of Nishoba's, and this is their first ever draft.
Okay.
Which for a first draft,
For a first draft, that's actually not bad.
solid.
Yeah. This is solid for a first draft.
This is solid.
Like for good picks overall. I don't think any of these mounts are bad. Really, I'm not a big Sin fan, but like it's still fine.
Not big on Amoonguss.
They cover each other well, actually.
Yeah. It works. It does work. Like Mega Diancie, Zapdos are just a good pairing. Good offensively.
Yeah.
Has good defensive pressure. Potentially. Good offensive pressure with Zapdos, and maybe has a good defensive presence also in a lot of matchups. Como is the same way. It can be very offensive, can also be very defensive. It supports like the rest of the team structure well because it adds that flexibility and allows you to enable like whatever mid game you want to have a good late game like clean with Excadrill sand. Yeah.
The top 4 is just so good when it comes to synergizing bulk plus offense, and then you add a Hippo to it for sand, Swallows breaking through things with Boom Burst, Choice Specs Boom Burst, running gut sets with Facade, everything like that. Then you don't have problems with steals at all for Mega Diancie. You have Como, Drill, and Incineroar for that. This team is just overall solid. Yeah,
it's a strange build, which I think is obvious because it's a new draft, but it definitely works as a draft.
Yeah, it definitely works.
Yeah, and also Swallow covers a really nice speed tier for you. Not many things exist in that speed tier around it, and you can definitely have BBs in a lot of matchups. Ninjak, this is a season 1 BPL coach right here. It hasn't played since season 1. Also, an old school from like 2017 GPL coach, who I have not seen exist in years. But he's here with take it away, JK.
Latios, Celesteela, Rotom Wash, Nidoqueen, Spectrier, Terrakion, Celebi, Sneasel, Cinescorch, Mega Audino. Okay, I only have one problem with this team. This overall solid team. You drafted Mega Audino on offense.
Hey, but now it doesn't lose to Pult, so.
It is straight setup fodder. It's just here.
It is just here.
Yo, this team did hardcore lose to Pult otherwise.
Yeah, it did kind of need Mega Audino for Dragon Pult low key, but because Hyper Voice is now through that substitute, or just Hyper Voice is raw.
Mega Audino.
Yeah, it's not optimal, but hey, I mean, if honestly, when you have like a top 6, 7 like you do on this team, you're not really looking to get a great Mega, right? You're looking for a Mega that will just support the rest of the structure well enough, and I feel like Mega Auto succeeds in that job. It wouldn't be my first pick, but literally this team does lose to Dragon Ball if it doesn't have it. So
Yeah.
I can't hate it too much. And the pieces it has in that top 6 are good. I'm still not a big Terrakion fan, but I think it's certainly. I mean, this is the team, right? That everyone for a while, like I think like maybe like a year and like 3 months ago, was running with Spectrier. It was the strong Terrakion fighting type with Spectrier, right? And then people realized you don't need it.
Yeah.
Terrakion is not the greatest fighting type in the world. But
you typically either want Mega Glade or one with momentum.
or like one of the Urshifu's usually, yeah.
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 But this team can definitely overwhelm, right?
Yeah, it can overwhelm anyone.
It has good bulk. It has good pivots, right? It has what it needs to have. It has Ronin, which is like one of the best pivots in the game, probably the best in the game. So
this is standard bulky offense.
Yeah, this is standard, which is funny because I don't think he's played in a long time, unless he has. Just nowhere I've seen.
Yep.
But yeah, this next team. Oh, this is the team I'm looking forward to. I'll let you read this off, Burning.
Do I have to?
Yeah, I want you to.
Fine. I'll try to contain the vomit. Tapu Lele, Megalops, Zarude, Salazzle, Azu, Regieleki, Poltegeist, Masquerain, Ziggy 10, Stagataka, and DOD.
With 4 points left over, I do need to point out the 4 leftover points.
I am just now saying that. First off, why do people think Lele Lop is good?
I don't know.
That's so bad. One of Lop's best moves is Fake Out. You have Stacka, which really only functions in Trick Room, with a bunch of pretty fast
mons. To be fair, it has Trick Room Teleport in DOD. One of the few Trick Room teleports in the entire game.
But still, like, you have Regieleki on the same team. Are you trying to break the sound barrier? Like,
oh my god!
Min speed Regieleki.
No, I was thinking about passing like 1807 speed. I think is what it is.
Yeah, just did a loop back around for the yeah. You can do it. You could definitely do it. You'd run out of Trick Room turns, but you could do it theoretically.
Yeah.
Drop the Masquerade and get a 6-point mon, or drop the Poltegeist and get a 10-point mon.
Yeah,
the choice is literally.
Up to you. Just there's so many ways you could make this team change.
Okay, number one, immediately drop Lele for Victini. That's like step number 1 because it's still on the board for some reason. It hasn't changed what we were talking, so get that.
Quite honestly, the only mon I would keep on this team, personally, is Zarude.
Save. Maybe a lucky if I was something frisky.
Right. Like everything else, I just no.
This is just a team, you know. Yeah. It's just a team.
I'm okay with like having 1 point left over, you know. Like it's sometimes there's not how the points fall. Yeah, like sometimes with 1 point, how the points fall, you might not have space like to like get this mon that you need. It fits better. 2 points even. 3 or 4 though. Yeah. 4. 4 is too many. That's a whole mon. That's like an actual mon that will come to games.
Yeah. I'm totally fine with this being a team because it literally let Muse the Best commit highway robbery with the next team.
Yeah, this team's insane. So you take it away, JK.
Oh my god. Mew, Mega Mawile, Infernape, Weavile, Porygon 2, Tentacruel, Seismitoad, Decidueye, Xurkitree, or Beetle. Mew, Mega Maw, Infernape, Weavile at the wheel.
Pick 48 Weavile.
I mean, I really like those first 5 picks, and then after it just kind of falls apart for me.
Tentacruel.
Like the first half of the draft is insane,
dude,
and then it just kind of
does let Mawile punch into like the 80 like speed tiers, like 80, 90 areas. So like
Orbeetle is also, in my opinion, the worst websetter in the game.
You think so? You think it's the worst?
I think it's so bad.
I think it has a niche in the fact that it's a websetter that can do screens for screens offense. I think is the niche it has.
I guess. I don't know. I just think it's bad.
You're wanting to run Adamant anyway on Mega Mawile, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Every time.
That's something you most definitely run Adamant. So for really, no. Like, you're getting up to 199. Like, you'll be punching through walls, but anything can still revenge Mega Mawile.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
really, I would say the webs are for SD and Fernape and
Yeah,
Mew.
probably,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
Mew. But to me, Seismitoad
It
or
could help circuitry
Tentacruel
too,
do not need
actually.
a second. You do not need a secondary water
No,
No.
with Seismitoad or Tentacruel.
no, they're fine.
I don't think Tentacruel is that good at all.
At 7 points, it's good.
Yeah.
Because it's normally like 8 or
that
8, 9.
far.
I've seen it at 10. Like that.
Oh yeah, that's just overpay.
Yeah, but 7's like I think 7's like a pretty good price for it here.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I think it's a good mon, but
yeah, well,
that's not where
it's
it
still the
should
only
be.
removal for this team, I think, so it's okay.
Yeah, I mean you have Decidueye.
Yeah,
But to me, for removal, just grab a flying type because you don't have one.
Yeah.
It would also take a lot of pressure off Decidueye and Orbeetle for beating ground types.
I mean,
that's not ideal.
This top 4 is insane. Like people will struggle to beat that top 4 ever.
Even P2. P2 was good too.
Yeah, P2 is great. P2 will have a hard time like getting broken by a lot of these teams.
But my lord.
Yeah.
Tentacruel, Seismitoad, no. Pick one. Decidueye's fine. I don't like Circuitry. That's just me. Then Orbeetle.
I don't either.
I think under webs it can work here.
Yeah.
Under webs.
Which is probably why they were last 2 picks. But
since we kind of rushed that, let's get back to Texas Man and.
yeah. I do have a little bit I wanted to say about Texas Man. And the last thing I want to do is award the worst team award.
Worst team award? No, it's not Texas. I don't think it's Texas.
Yeah, I don't think it's Texas.
All 4?
It would probably come down for me. Where was it? Either Shiny's team, Porpoise's team, or maybe this team right here, the Texas Man team.
You see, I feel like for
Shiny.
value, Trollcoos is worse, but it's not. It's a solid. It's a solid bulky team. It's just underwhelming. But Texas Man might be the worst team.
You think so?
It's the worst team in this division. Like I was expecting this. I was expecting this division to be way worse than what it ended up being.
There were some transactions, I'm pretty sure, but
yeah, like I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, there's some good teams here. Then
no, Shiny's team is possibly one of the worst teams I've seen in draft in a long time. I'm sorry, that's harsh, but I hate that team so much.
Yeah, at least this team, Texas Man's team, has mons that like are good.
Yeah,
like
they just all work together.
There's like no cohesion, and there's 4 points left over.
Zarude's the good mon I see.
Like, okay, Salazzle can be really annoying sometimes. Azumarill can be like pretty good. Lop's okay. It's very okay.
Okay, Lop, I agree. Lop is good. I like Lop.
Lele can be good in certain teams. DOD can be good on certain
Zygarde
teams.
seems to, for some reason, always get under prep for and almost win a game. I feel like Zygarde 10% is annoying as shit sometimes. But
I never see Stack Attack get drafted though.
When Stack Attack does get drafted, it tends to do well.
Poltegeist is a noob killer.
Yep.
Regieleki is just bad.
Also,
even though for this team, it puts a ton of pressure on ground types.
Mm-hmm. But it's actually fair. It actually does put a lot of pressure on ground types. That is a good point.
Like Azu, Zarude is gonna, we're putting a ton of pressure.
You have good pivots for it. Yeah.
You do lose the ground types though, because your only check is Zarude, and if you just get U-turned, then you're just dead.
Yeah.
That's besides the point. EOD, I see sometimes, and then Lele. I wouldn't say it's universally known that Lele is just meh, but
I think people are starting to realize that you see it very undrafted in 16 points.
Yeah,
it should be 50.
See it on
So I think the award is coming down to between Texas Man and Shiny and Porpoise skating out for the skate. I think Shiny. I think Shiny.
Porpoise is Shiny.
Okay. So let's see. Let's read off that team one last time then before we call it. So Shiny's team, worst team, is Celesteela, Zygarde 50%, Alomomola, G-Darm, Aromatisse, Moltres, Tapu Lele again, Amoonguss, Rhydon, Rotom, Mega Absol. If there's one thing to take away from this, it's don't draft Tapu Lele.
And don't draft Mega Absol. That thing is atrocious.
Yeah.
Good night, BPL.
Good night.
Good night.